Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and these are your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what those placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Also, keep in mind, this is my favorite part of the intro. This is a collective general reading. Everyone who regularly follows me probably just said that out loud. This is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, to me, or to anyone watching. It is collective in nature, and therefore messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. I hope you're doing well today. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Angel number 3939. The word on the card is playfulness. Take a breath. Happiness and warmth are surrounding you and bringing confirmation that you recently made the right choice. Feel free to express yourself and get a little playful with life. Let that burden slide off your shoulders. Things are about to start feeling a bit lighter and fun. This number means that you are feeling encouraging, that you are feeling confident in a recent decision that you have made, that comfort and happiness are flooding in, and that you are now entering a great period of happiness. Your affirmation for the week is happiness is my birthright. Okay. Message from the universe. Prioritize self-healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. It's time to focus on you. Self-healing takes time and a lot of self-love. Remember that open wounds don't heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There is no rush. Message from your spirit guides. Allow. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life. It's safe to open yourself back up again. Message from Archangel Michael. This is a blessing in disguise. Card number 33. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dare to dream. And your Moonology card here for the week, my dear, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Well, number one, for those of you who have been healing, whether financially healing yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, even maybe for some of you, if you have done that, I feel like now is the time where you can let your walls down. You did a good job. You focused on your healing. It's time to be a bit playful. Whatever you have gone through up until now was a blessing in disguise. Any endings, any hardships. It's difficult for us to look at things that way when we're going through them. But for those of you now where you've come through the other side, look at the bigger picture. Okay. I feel like it was all meant to happen. And for those of you in the thick of it, I would say this is just a little reminder from the universe that the difficult time you're going through won't always, it won't last forever. It is temporary in nature, and soon you will be able to lower your walls and be playful again. So let's see where we go with this message. I definitely feel like I have two groups of you. I have a group of you where you have done the healing work and now you're feeling a bit lighter and brighter, and others of you are in the thick of it. And I feel like this timeline is now opening up for you where you'll be able to look back and say, now I understand why I went through that, and I learned a lot, and it enabled me to heal. And yeah, at that point you would be feeling a lot more playful. Let's get 3 cards here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your first card out, Queen of Wands. That's you, whether you are masculine or feminine. King of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, you have Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. You have something new here, Aries, on the precipice of something ending. So I've tapped into a group of you. This has either already materialized or it's about to. What do I mean by that? If you have made the conscious decision, even if you haven't fully acted on it, but consciously, energetically, you're like, yep, I'm going to close out this situation, environment, or connection and pivot in this direction, you have a new opportunity coming. So if you definitively just ended something, you have a new opportunity coming. If you just even energetically or consciously said to yourself, I'm getting out of whatever this is and I'm moving in that new direction. The new direction is coming. There is some conflict though. And I think there's conflict with whatever it is here that you're leaving behind. So I want to get you a couple cards on that. This ending, I feel, is a blessing in disguise. You need to see it as, you know, look at the bigger picture here. I would also allow for the new opportunity to come in. So we have a new moon in Libra on the 21st. I know it's not this week, it's next week, but part of that energy field is in this week's energy. So I would begin a new moon ritual. Let's see, in Libra, it's on the 21st. I would probably start on the 19th. So this reading is until the 18th, but still, I would prepare for it now in the week ahead and do the new moon ritual on the 19th. The 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, depending on where you are in the world. It should be the day before the new moon, the day of the new moon, and the day after the new moon. And if you don't know what the new moon ritual is, you can go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com. It's free. Click on resources. There's a free new moon ritual. I would do that for the day before, the day of, and the day after that new moon in Libra. I would call in this Ace of Pentacles. It will come with an ending. So be mindful of that. So if you're praying for a new job, means obviously the current job will end, right? If you're praying for a new connection, the current connection will end. If you're praying for, or asking for, I should say, a new housing situation, you know, whatever you're asking for new is going to lead to the ending of something else here. And there may be some conflict with that ending. Like maybe you have to break out of the lease because now you have a new opportunity to move. Your landlord may not like that you're breaking out of the lease, right? Or you have to now give your job 2 weeks notice because a new job came in. Your boss may not like that. You might have some outstanding projects or something like that that you're working on, and they might not want you to leave mid-project. So I just feel like an ending here comes with conflict with another entity or energy. But regardless, I think that's a blessing in disguise because it'll be out of your way, out of your life, and you can move towards the new. I want to get 3 cards on the new first. We have the Hierophant came out. So you have something new. Something new is coming in that will be aligned with your values, aligned with your morals, aligned with your vision, something that is grounded, something that is structured, something that is stable. Tell me more about that Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Hierophant, you have the King of Wands, and you have the Five of Swords, bottom of deck, Nine of Cups. It is a wish fulfillment, this new situation, this new environment, this new connection. It's a perfect match to you, King to the Queen of Wands here. It is solid and it is stable. It is something that will be reciprocal in nature. What you give to it, it will give to you and vice versa. But it is a change, 5-5, but there's conflict here involved with you moving in this new direction. Tell me about that, King of Pentacles. Tell me about the King of Pentacles here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Devil. Oof. The Two of Pentacles and the Fool. Bottom of deck, Six of Swords. So the King of Pentacles is representing something that this could be the job that doesn't pay you enough, right? They only pay you 2 pentacles. This is the living situation where maybe you feel trapped or stuck in it for some reason. Maybe the rent is really low, but the landlord is a real jerk, right? There's something like that here. You're trapped in something. It could be a marriage for some of you. It could be a long-term commitment. There could be some toxic codependency here at play. Whatever this is, I feel like for up to the last 2 years, you've been looking for a way out. So you've been looking for another place where to live, or you've been like envisioning yourself getting out of this job or this industry, maybe even leaving this connection. It's definitely up to the last 2 years. It's like you have identified that this is either toxic or just no longer healthy for you. Like the King of Pentacles typically is extremely stable and solid, but at some point, something that was stable and structured and solid, you associated it with being toxic for you or just not healthy for you. And maybe that's what you need to heal from, is this situation, environment, or connection. So the new is coming in. The new will give you this brand new beginning with the Fool card. And then the Six of Swords, you'll be able to move on. Six of Swords, Six of Wands. Don't block it. Seven of Wands. Oh my God. Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. This is beautiful energy. I wouldn't block this new beginning. Will it come at the expense or at the cost of an ending with something that is already structured and stable in your life? Yes. But what it's currently, quote unquote, structured and stable is toxic in nature. So I would definitely call in the new. Just expect some type of confrontation or argumentative energy is what I get from this entity. But the new is here for you. It's a perfect match. And if we're looking in terms of stability, the Hierophant offers greater stability than a King of Pentacles would. So just keep that in mind also, if we're just talking like in respect to stability. But you have something here that you can be triumphant with, you can be successful with. The only thing that can possibly block this in the Seven of Wands is you. So I would call in the new. But you've got Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles here. I mean, if this is love, this is solid, okay? And it has the potential to bring into your life the Ten of Cups as well as the Ten of Pentacles, because all aces in tarot are just that. They are the potential. So I would be playful now. I would lighten up your mood. Take good care of yourself. Focus on your healing. Allow the past to go, or whatever this is. Be open to the concept of allowing it to flow out of your life. It's a blessing in disguise when it does leave your life, because if you look at the bigger picture, you'll know that where you're headed is far better than where you currently are. That is what I have for you, Aries, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, my bull gang. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Angel number 69. The word on the card, accountability. Get your mind out of the gutter there. 69 for my bull gang. You can always hit pause, you know. This is a call to take a step back and rethink your daily habits and practices. Are they serving to bring you peace? You're the one in control of what you do, after all. Take accountability for your actions. Reflection allows you to make the kind of practical changes that create ripples throughout all aspects of life. You're a growth-focused honey. Be intentional. This card means that it is time for you to set some time aside to reflect and re-examine your life and the choices that you currently are making. It's a time for you to make practical, intentional changes for the better. Seek to help others in order to help yourself, and balance your everyday needs with your spiritual needs. Your affirmation for the week is being happy is becoming a habit. Message from the universe. Opportunities will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean and your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to change. Message from your spirit guides. Soar. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light. Period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. Interesting. I think in your message for the week, I'd used the word authentic was coming to me several times. Deeper insights are at hand. Card number 8. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. You have a lot of messages here about like reflecting, stepping back, seeing the bigger picture of something. And then you have a new start is coming, new moon. Well, we have a new moon in Libra on October 21st. We have a full moon in your sign, Taurus, on November 5th. Let's see where we go with this message. You have a new opportunity coming. That new opportunity is your new start. Okay, let's see where we go with this. I have the Hermit and the Six of Swords. You'll need to do some introspection in order to find the answers within you. And so you can make the decision about whether or not you want to move forward. Six of Swords with this opportunity that's coming in. Tell me more about the opportunity here that's coming in for my bull gang, for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Tell me more about this for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Taurus, we have the Ten of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups. Four of Wands in the reverse. I want to make sure your whole deck is not in reverse, Taurus. No, it's just that card. How odd. Okay, I'm going to take it. I don't normally read reversals, but I'm going to read a reversal in this moment. Taurus, something in regards to your stability, your Four of Wands. Now, this could be house and home. This could be in relation to your career, your job, your finances. It could be in respect to partnerships, maybe even a relationship in your life. Something here that at one time made you very happy and added to the structure and stability of your life has now become oppressive. I heard the word oppressive. I was going to say burdensome, but has become oppressive in nature. The bottom of the deck, you have the Magician, you have the Seven of Wands, and you have the Strength card. You have the ability in this moment to manifest this new start, to manifest a new opportunity, which will enable you to get out of this burdensome situation, environment, or connection. But you appear to be blocking it. Seven of Wands is a card of like you're blocking the manifestation. Strength card is Leo energy, but it's quiet Leo. And I feel like it's taking you a lot of strength to manifest this block. It's weird. You have the ability to transform this, and you're making the conscious decision here not to. Okay, that's odd message for you, Taurus. Let's see where we go with this. What is so burdensome here for Taurus? Tell me more about this. Four of Wands in the reverse. We don't have any pentacles here. It could be a job for most of you watching, but let's see where we go with this. Tell me more about that. Four of Wands in the reverse. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Wands in reverse. Jesus, the Tower. The Three of Wands and the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Taurus. I think in your reading this week, one of the readings that I did for you, I can't remember if it was the tarot card of the week or what you don't see coming. There's something here in your life that is not sustainable. It's no longer structured. It's no longer solid. It's actually even impacting you emotionally. I feel like you have the ability to manifest a way out. Like you can manifest an ending here if you want and a new beginning elsewhere with that new start is coming. I don't want to be the tarot reader who does this because I watch tarot readings on YouTube and I hate readers who invoke fear. But this new start is coming whether you like it or not. So either you control how this happens, because for something new to start means something else has to end. So you right now it's in your hands. You get to control the new start, meaning you get to control when something ends and the next chapter begins. If you don't do that, I feel like you'll be forced. And by that, what I mean is the universe will come in and create a tower moment. So if you're not moving on from whatever this is, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, if you don't move on from it, then something will occur that forces you to move on from it. And that tower moment is going to be a Three of Swords, meaning there'll be some level of emotional disappointment or discontentment or heartache or loss over it. And I say that because I have the Four of Swords. So it's like something's coming in here to further break down something that is already unstable. It's almost like an act of mercy because you're not doing it yourself. And meanwhile, you have everything it takes to do it yourself, to walk away from whatever or whomever this is. I really hate being the tarot reader to deliver this. So please don't get mad at me and drop hate and unsubscribe. And I mean, you can unsubscribe if you want, but I have to be honest with the energy that I'm getting here. It's like if you don't address this matter, then a tower moment will occur. It will force you to Three of Wands, look elsewhere. But in the moving forward, there'll also be a level of healing here that is needed. The universe is trying to move you on from a situation, environment, or connection that is deceptive. Six of Swords to the Seven of Swords. Something here is not honest. It's not upfront. It's not right. Now, this could be a situation, environment, or connection that is lying to you or betraying you in some way. This could also be you if you're not being authentically you as well. Like if you're putting on a facade, pretending to be one person, but meanwhile you're really someone else. I feel like that's going to get blown up. So you have the ability here to do it yourself. I want to know more about the Tower. I really didn't want to get too in-depth with these readings, but I love you, Taurus. My best friend is a Taurus, so I'm going to make an exception. Let's clarify that Tower. Five of Pentacles. Did you see how that flew out of the deck? So something will force you to be in the state of the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling abandoned or feeling in lack. It possibly could be job loss. It could be a connection ending. It'll be different for all of you. It's whatever is structured and stable in your life, or at least was at one point, and you now know it's no longer stable and it's become a burden to your happiness, or it is oppressing or suppressing your happiness. That's what's about to be radically changed. Tell me more about that Tower here for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Pentacles, Justice, and the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck. Six of Cups, the Lovers, and the High Priestess. You know whatever this is. You know whatever this is or whomever this is. This is a habit you have. This is a pattern you have. This is a connection you've been in for a long time. This is a job. Yeah, this is a person, place, thing, pattern, habit within you that you have been engaging with to some degree for quite some time in that Six of Cups energy. You consciously make the choice to continue engaging in this when intuitively you know that you shouldn't, or intuitively you know you need to move on from it. I feel like if you don't move on from it, Justice to Towers, no joke. This is because you failed to make a decision. The universe is going to come in and do it for you, and you may not like the results. So I feel like if you already know what this is, you kind of have an idea that you want to move on from it. I feel like your overall plan to get out of this is good, but the details need work. I would start working on the details. I would also start calling in the new. As opposed to blocking your manifestation ability, I would open up to them. We have a new moon in Libra on October 21st. You're welcome to go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com. It's free. Click on resources. There is a free new moon ritual on that page. Just scroll down a bit and you'll see it. And I would do that in the energy of the new moon in Libra. Now, I don't know where you live in the world. The new moon could be on the 20th, 21st, 22nd. So you can do a quick internet search to find out when the new moon in Libra is occurring in your region of the world. And then I would do that new moon ritual the day before, the day of, and the day after. I would call in the new, because at least with that, you get to manage how this chapter closes out. Otherwise, you may not like how it closes out. Like you could abruptly lose your job, or your partner ends up leaving you, or something like that ends up happening. And again, I hate being the tarot reader that gives you that message. But if this were my personal reading and I knew what was unstable and I knew I've been sticking my head in the sand and not addressing it, I would start addressing it today. So I'm just honestly giving you the advice that I would give myself. Can we get 3 cards for Taurus? What happens if Taurus addresses this issue themselves? Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. This is if you address it yourself. 8 of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Swords, the Death card, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. If you do it yourself, you get to control the ending. You get to control the ending, how it ends, when it ends, the terms of it ending, and then what options and choices are made available to you in your new beginning. Queen of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, Fool card. You get to plan it out. You get to plan out the ending. You have total control of the ending. And then when that new start in the Fool card, when that new beginning starts. So I feel like this is empowerment like you probably haven't had in a long time, or maybe never even had in your life, because you will have full control of the ending of a significant chapter in your life, and you will be able to rewrite the new chapter exactly how you want ahead of time. And 7 of Pentacles says you'll then have that ball rolling, and therefore you will have the time required to create the plan, fine-tune the details, so when the new chapter comes in, you could really soar into it. But you're being held accountable right now with that accountability card. If like, it's kind of like, if you don't take care of this, we will. That Tower is an act of mercy, although you may not like what transpires in it, but it is an act of mercy to get you out of either a pattern you have, a habit, or some situation, environment, or connection that you're currently in that is not beneficial to you. So I know in that 8 of Swords card, you're blindfolded, you can't see it, but you have the ability here to completely plan out the ending. Like I said, how it happens, when it happens, and what the new start looks like as well. So if this message resonated for you, I would heed that warning, Taurus, and I would start working on that. That's what I have for you for the week of October 12th. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. I need a sip of my chai tea. Sorry, that was a lot of talking. Okay, all right, Twin Gang, let's see what are our angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Angel number 888, abundance, triple infinity symbol. I've done no breaks. This is not, there's no CGI. There's no AI. I'm real. Oh, I'm getting so excited for you. Let me read the abundance card. Thank you for the reminder. 888. The energy of abundance and success is flowing in beautiful loops around you, wrapping you in a loving embrace. Your angels are practically jumping up and down, enthusiastically encouraging you. Your hard work will pay off. Achievement and recognition are on the horizon. Don't F it up. It doesn't say that. I'm just saying that. Even when things feel overwhelming or disappointing, trust that that feeling will pass. Continue to be an optimistic source of love and light, because like attracts like after all. This number means you're investing your energy and possibly even your money where you want to see growth. These are karmic loops, and what you put in is what will be returned to you. You are being encouraged to remain hopeful and positive, and your hard work will soon be recognized and rewarded. Your affirmation for the week is, I bathe in a river of abundance. Bathe in a river of abundance. Okay, now your message from the universe. If you're feeling stuck in any area of your life, whether it is in a relationship, a job, or a situation, Ask yourself, what is stopping you from leaving? Yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it's the right step to take. Be brave. We are right beside you. Message from your spirit guides: protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do so effortlessly, but it's important that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. Burn that sage, burn that Palo Santo. I even got these that don't actually burn. I'll post a link for them in the description box. I like them. I got a couple of different scents. So when there are times that I do want to cleanse the area, I can just use a tea light candle in that, and that will cleanse the space without the smoke, because my elderly cat comes up here sometimes and he's not a fan of the smoke. So I can't remember what it's called, but I'll post a link for you. So yeah, I would protect your energy at this time. You have abundance coming into you. So make sure that your space is clean and clear. Message from Archangel Michael. Angels of healing are with you. Card number 2. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. And your Moonology card here for the week: believe in the impossible. Blue moon, like once in a blue moon. Ever hear that saying? If not, you're probably a youngin, but the older folks know what I'm talking about. You can do an internet search and believe in the impossible, or in a once in a blue moon. Okay. Protect your energy at this time, Gemini. I think that's really important. That's the one key takeaway that I'm seeing here. Tell me more about this here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. Thank you. 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. You definitely have some kind of financial abundance coming to you. The Sun. That is absolutely right. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups, 10 of Wands, Temperance. You have Archangel Michael here with you this week. I would pray to Archangel Michael here. Some of you feel very burdened emotionally, or there's a lot of heaviness on your heart regarding a situation, environment, or connection. If you want to heal that connection or to heal it further, I would pray to Archangel Michael this week, because angels of healing are with you, okay? So I feel like that's a little sidebar message for those of you where you have a connection in your life, professional, platonic, or romantic, where it's just been like emotionally overwhelming for you. And even if you're freshly out of a connection, if you want that connection back, I feel like it's possible at this time to heal it. If you don't want the connection back, I would just pray to Archangel Michael to help you in your healing journey as you move on, to kind of lift that burden off of your heart, if you will, okay? This is financial abundance. This is, I'm rubbing 2 nickels together to pay my bills. I don't know when I'm going to find the next job. I'm doing the best I can to be independent, but on some days it's really hard. I'm not giving up, but there are days I feel like doing so. That's what 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles is giving me the energy of, like, I'm not out, but I sure could use a little help financially. I feel like it's coming in. So again, I would clear your space. Tell me more about the abundance here that's coming in for Gemini. Clarify that Sun card. Clarify that Sun card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 3 of Cups, the Star, and the 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. Look, for some of you, you're going through it like financial devastation. Maybe you just lost your job. Maybe you're having a hard time coming up with ways on how you're going to make rent next month or pay your mortgage, or maybe you're in the arrears on some kind of bill. If you have had any type of financial distress, because again, we're clarifying that 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and I got the 3 of Swords. So some of you are really hurting financially, or you're just very concerned about your finances moving forward. There is an opportunity here for you to heal that financial difficulty. And there's also something here that you will be rejoicing about. So yeah, I would definitely believe in the impossible. I would also call in the impossible at this time. If this is emotional for you, we go back to that message. I feel like there is a possibility here for reconciliation and healing a connection. If you're not interested in healing the connection with the person, power to you. I'm not going to force you. Don't listen to tarot when they tell you that you have to reconcile. You don't. You have the divine gift of free will. So if you don't want to reconcile with the person, that's okay. But angels of healing are with you. So again, pray to Archangel Michael to heal your heart. Otherwise, for many of you, you do have a possibility here of actually healing the connection itself, okay? But this is beautiful. This is whether it's financial or emotional. For some of you, you're going through both. I would definitely pray for that healing, financial healing and emotional healing as well. I would allow the abundance to flow into your life. If you don't know how to do a new moon ritual, I was just telling Aries and Taurus that you can go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com. It's free. Click on resources, scroll down to new moon ritual. I would do that the day before, the day of, and the day after the new moon in Libra. I live in New Jersey in the United States of America. For me, the new moon in Libra will take place on the 21st. Depending on where you live in the world, it could be before, it could be after, by a day. So just do an internet search and find out when that new moon in Libra is happening for your region of the world. And I would do that new moon ritual day before, day of, day after. Call in whatever this is. And I would pray to Archangel Michael as well between now and then. Any other messages for Gemini? Then we will wrap up this reading for them. Anything else Gemini needs to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. High Priestess, 5 of Wands, 10 of Swords. I would ask for healing on this. Absolutely. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, that's the truth. 6 of Wands. Whatever difficulty this has been, I would call in for triumph and success. And now, for some of you, if this is a relationship and you're not sure if you want to reconcile or not, you can call in for clarity. Queen of Swords is you, whether you're masculine or feminine. You can call in for clarity so you can make the right decision for yourself. So make sure you do that as well. And then we've got the King of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely like 2 groups of you here, emotionally healing and financially healing. Call in what you want. It's there for you. And I would say to don't just do this like on a new moon. With that High Priestess card, I feel like you have a direct line, as we all do. But it's especially important at this time for you to be reminded of the fact that you have a direct line. So you can always ask for that assistance. Is a new moon ritual great to do? Yep. Am I going to be doing it also? You bet your sweet butt I am. You bet your sweet butt I am. My relationship is solid, but I do need some assistance financially. So I will be calling that in. So call in whatever it is that you need, but just be mindful of the fact that on your day-to-day, when we're not doing new moon and full moon rituals, you can always reach out to Source. Ask for what it is that you need healing for. Everyone thinks that they just know, but believe it or not, we do need to ask. There are nearly 9 billion people on the planet. So for them to keep track of everything that we need, I don't know. I always look at it as it's a bit egoic for me to assume that some higher being knows exactly what Jen wants at any given moment of the day, especially the way I change my mind with my Gemini mind. So there's definitely something here of I'll literally ask for it any time of the day. It'll come to you, okay? That is what I have for you, my dear. Those are your angel messages for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Angel number 2020. The word on the card is bonds. Things are looking up. You've been focused on building a strong foundation, and it shows. You will be reaping all the wonderful rewards you absolutely deserve. Your connections and partnerships are now leveling up, resulting in better productivity and deeper emotional connections. These bonds may also be felt on a spiritual level. Celebrate your achievements. I think your reading for the week, was it your tarot card of the week? Said for you to stop comparing yourself to others and to acknowledge how far you've come and everything you've achieved in life. Wow, talk about a spot-on message for you this week. So this number means that you will be forging stronger bonds with those in your life. You should be focusing on productivity and inspiration. Okay, so maybe if you have a little home reorganization project you want to do or something like that, this would be a good week for you to do that. Okay, be productive this week. You could be feeling in tune with your higher power, and you are making new positive connections. So I would be open to new people that you meet. Your affirmation for the week is, I always make exciting and meaningful connections. You've got someone new here on your path. Could be professional, platonic, or romantic. If you're wanting that individual, I would call them in. Okay, message from the universe. Don't worry. Everything you've been waiting for is on its way. It's a person. It's a person. Progress is being made, even if you can't yet see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust this process. Message from your spirit guides. Abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on its way. Trust the process. Trust it's on its way. Abundance, abundance. You have a new connection coming in, professional, platonic, or romantic. Message from Archangel Michael. Stay the course. Card number 29. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You may be having a bumpy start, though, but learn from this experience and keep going. Message, your Moonology card for the week. I'm very excited for you. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Bravo. Bravo. All right, let's see what this is. Tell me more about this. So obviously, if you're in your home with your doors and windows closed, odds are you probably would not be meeting anyone new in the 3D, but you could still meet someone online. Okay. And even if that's just people you're chatting with in a chat room or in the comments section, or, you know, something like that on Reddit, or whatever socials you frequent. But there's the end of a tough cycle approaches. There's a new soulmate here on path for you. Split the deck, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups. You have a new soulmate coming in, and this person is stable and dependable. So I would claim this. A new boss, a new work environment, a new neighbor. Maybe you have a crappy neighbor and their house is for sale. This would be a new neighbor. And yeah, neighbors can be soulmates. They could be professional, platonic, or romantic, but this person is dependable and they're solid. I would call them in. Whatever it is that, you know, that you need. You need a job, I would call this in as a boss. You want a lover, call this in as a love partner. Tell me more about this here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I have one of you watching where you've been doing a lot alone. I heard your days of doing it alone are over. And I just got a bunch of spirituals, like goosebumps, literally head to toe right now. So if you're watching this and that's your message, your days of doing it alone are over. Three of Wands. Something you've been waiting for is coming in. Your ship is coming in. Six of Wands, triumph, victory, success. Two of Pentacles. I'm sorry, 10 of Pentacles. Something or someone that is solid, steady, secure, reliable, long-lasting. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Hanged Man. Okay, look. If you are single, this is a connection you want to call in. It's solid, it's steady, it's stable. This is an individual where you and they are on the same page. You have same visions, same values, same goals, same morals. This person is enlightened. They see the world from a different perspective because of what they have gone through. This could be like a spiritual teacher, the Hangman to the Hierophant. This is a long-lasting connection. Now, if you're looking for a career and finance reading, this is the job you want. This is structured. This is stable. This is not a company that's going to collapse or go bankrupt in a week. They have their crap together. They could be a family-oriented company or owned by like multiple generations. This is a company that's in it for the long run. They treat their employees like family and they pay exceptionally well. You have a tremendous amount of growth with this entity. So if you need a job, I would call it in. If you need a love partner, I would call it in. If you're just looking for someone to just like be your friend and someone you could road trip with and hang out with and someone you could trust to like look after your house when you're away or bring you to the doctor when you're sick, call in this person. Page of Wands, you're going to have to go out and discover them, which might be pushing you a little bit out of your comfort zone to get out there into the 3D world. But that's what you're being called to do right now. So I would be open to meeting the new person. I feel like they bring a tremendous amount of abundance into your life. I would trust this process. And if you're like, oh, Jen, I don't want to get out there and meet people. Okay, you don't have to meet this person. It could be a missed opportunity or a delayed opportunity. You have the divine gift of free will. But if you need this type of individual, I would call them in and then actively. Page of Wands is minor arcana card to the Fool card. So that means you need to go out and discover this person. So are they on path for you? Yes. Are they going to just magically knock on your door one day? No. You would need to step out of your comfort zone to meet them. Someone was in one of the readings I did, I might have did a Gemini reading. They said, I've really been looking for someone in terms of a romantic partner, and I really haven't had any success. I don't really like the dating apps. I'm a little nervous to get out there into the world and go out alone and meet a stranger. I totally get that. I recommend volunteering for some local organization or a nonprofit, something that interests you, where you believe in that, you know, that entity's mission and vision and values and all of that, because that's how I met my person. I was volunteering for a project and he was the counterpart that I had to work with. And I've been with him now 5 years. So I would, you know, if you want to meet someone new, I would say volunteering is a good way to do that within your community, for your local or county government. There are lots of opportunities for you to volunteer. But again, if you're, and it could even be like with a museum or something like that, but it's a great way to meet people who have like interests and values. And that appears here to be what this person is. So even if you're just looking for friends, that would be a great way to meet some new people in your life. Any other messages here for Cancer at this time? Any other messages? One more shuffle. Thank you. Any other messages? Queen of Wands, take the inspired action. Be bold, be brave, be courageous. You got this. You can do this. the Star. I think it would heal an aspect of yourself. Maybe some of you are like little agoraphobic, or you're homebodies for whatever reason. We've all been there. I had a time in my life I didn't want to even go outside to the mailbox. So I get it. But again, it'll get you out of your comfort zone. It'll be very healing. Seven of Swords. You could sabotage the whole thing and not do it. And that's fine. If you don't feel ready, then you're not ready. When you're ready, just, keep this reading as a reminder, maybe jot it down. And when you're ready, get out there or volunteer and connect with people. So yeah, you very well could. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. You could sabotage this by not doing it this week. But if this week you decide that you do want to get out or you do want to volunteer somewhere, I think you would form some incredible bonds. This is pluralized, by the way. 10 of Pentacles is plural also. It's not the Ace of Pentacles. It's 10 of Pentacles. So get out there and meet these people, please. And for those of you looking for a love partner, yeah, this would definitely be an opportunity for you to do that. So great reading for you. But again, if you want to Seven of Swords yourself and not do it, God bless. You have the divine gift of free will to do that as well. But for those of you where you feel like I'm alone, and I heard that message, like you don't have to be alone anymore, or your days of doing it alone are over. Yeah, the end of a tough cycle approaches. But it's up to you now to take that first step. That's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope you like these messages. Make sure you check out your other placements, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. But if this is where we part for now, I wish you a lot of luck with that. Drop me some comments below. Let me know what you think. And if you want to click like, share, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. It's also a great way to claim the message that you just received. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Angel number 99, Truth. Truth. This is a sign from the universe to pay attention. The forces you feel may be attempting to guide you to a better understanding of yourself and of your purpose. This card often turns up during periods of intense personal development and growth, especially when it's time to make a big, life-changing decision. To make the best choice for you and your future, you need to tap into your spiritual side. What feeds your soul? Are you living truthfully? Let one chapter end so a new one can begin. This number means that you are finding your true path in life. You're connecting to your higher self. You are experiencing a period of powerful growth and transformation, and a cycle in your life is coming full circle. Your affirmation for the week is, I owe no explanations for doing what is best for me. Oh my God, wasn't your card for the week something about boundaries? I owe no explanation for setting healthy boundaries, and that's the truth. Message from the universe. Your time is coming. Everything is coming together for you, but you must meet the universe halfway. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes, and don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way. Message from your spirit guides. Create. You're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. Maybe some of you are insecure about creating something new. Message from Archangel Michael. Embrace your life's purpose. Life's purpose, life's purpose. Create. Overcoming your insecurities. Card number 12. I'm guiding you toward your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you are meant to be doing. And your Moonology card for the week. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Well, not only is that your neighboring sign, but high vibing Virgo is about creating a plan or a strategy. So there's something here. You need to create a plan and a strategy to create something here in your life, something that you're meant to be doing. Okay, tell me more about this here for Leo, please. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. I hope to God that microphone is on. It is. It's like I am not starting this over. Okay, tell me more about these messages here for Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, the Lovers, and Temperance. That leaves the Emperor here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So some of you feel a little lost right now. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do for a living. I have lots of options and choices, but I feel like maybe I don't have enough money to move in any particular direction, or to start up my own business, or to learn a skill, or to go back to school and expand upon a skill that I already have. So it's like you have lots of options and choices before you, but some of you could feel like you don't have the finances to move forward on any of them. Others of you could feel like, well, you're just not good enough. And that is not the truth. The truth is that you are good enough. Okay. So stop with that bullshit right now. If you're like, well, I'd like to, I don't know, it could be anything. I'd like to learn to play the guitar, but I don't know. I never learned how to do anything and I'm an idiot. Please stop talking down to yourself right now. In that respect, it's time to give yourself some compliments. Okay. Instead of taking away from your self-worth by lowering yourself and talking down about yourself, give to yourself confidence, okay, by saying nice things to yourself. Excuse me. There are daily affirmations on my website. I'm a Gemini. Sometimes the words come out and I end up choking on them. I apologize. If you go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com, click on resources, it's free, and scroll down to daily affirmations. I would take the time to give yourself some compliments every morning by practicing that. That is something that I do every day as well. And you might feel silly the first couple of mornings where you're looking in the mirror and you're like, today I'm beautiful. And then the next day you're like, today I'm intelligent. And you might feel silly, but I'm telling you, but by the time you get to the 30-day mark, you're like, I'm beautiful and I'm intelligent. And it really does lift your mood because most of the times we go entire days sometimes without hearing a compliment. Think about that. When's the last time someone gave you a genuine compliment? And is that something you receive 3, 4, 5 times a day? Probably not. So I feel like it's time for all of us to learn how to give ourselves those compliments. So definitely do the daily affirmations. If you're of the mindset of, yeah, there's lots of things I can do, but I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not pretty enough, or handsome enough, stop with that. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. For others of you, there's something here about, I would like to create something new, but I don't have the financial resources. I feel like all you have to do is ask for the financial resources. I know it sounds silly, but it's the truth. I would ask Archangel Michael for the gift of financial abundance or whatever financial relief you need to create this. So, for example, maybe you want to take a tarot class. I don't know. I've never taken one. It's just something that intuitively came to me. But let's say that's something you're interested in. You're like, I would really like to learn tarot. I feel like that would be like my life's purpose and I can help other people, or I could just use it for myself, but I don't have I don't even know what people charge these days for that, but I don't have the money. I would ask for the money. I would really like to learn this, and I would call in the money. Same thing if this is something else that you want to do. Maybe you want to write a book. I would call in then for someone to gift you. I know it's not gifting you, you're earning it, but you know what I mean, to give you the publishing contract or to buy the rights to your story or whatever it is here that you want to create. And you feel like that would really be part of my life's mission or purpose. I've always thought about doing that or opening that business or again, learning that skill or going back to school. I would call in the finances. Now it's your choice. You don't have to do that, but you certainly could call it in. I just had a massive bear fall out of a tree on my property. I'm not making that up. It will just fall from the sky. It will just fall from the sky the way that bear just fell out of that tree. I don't mean to laugh. I'm going to check on it. I'll be right back. Okay. He's fine. She's fine. Whatever it is, it's fine. I need a sip of my tea. Wow, that was shocking. It's fine. It wasn't that high up. So, okay. Tomorrow is a garbage pickup day and people have already put their garbage out and maybe he's just a little too excited to get into everyone's garbage can. So anyway, yes, it will just fall out of the sky. Kind of like that bear thing. That was quite shocking. So I would call it in. You can make the choice. You don't have to do this, but if there's something here you want to create and you feel like it's my truth, that's what I'm meant to do, but I feel like I don't have the financial resources, I would call in the financial resources, okay? Tell me more about this. 5 of Pentacles to the 7 of Cups. For some of you, you need to love yourself enough in the Queen of Pentacles energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, to create some healthy boundaries with all of the soulmates in your life. And yeah, some of them may feel like they're being shunned or abandoned or left out in the cold, or that you are not as attentive to them as you have been in the past. But I feel like your time is precious. The time you choose to give to people is precious. Your love is precious. Your money is precious. And you need to be a little bit more conscious about who takes that precious commodity from you. It's a time to give rather than take. I think it's a time for you to give some of this back to yourself because you have other people here taking. Okay. So if you need help with that, I would make the active choice to pray to Archangel Michael as well to help you in creating and maintaining boundaries with these soulmates. Anything else that Leo needs to know at this time? Actually, tell me more about the financial assistance here. Tell me more about the financial assistance. Oh, there's an, is that a cub? I think that's a little cub in the tree. I'm so sorry. I never see bears around here like that, so active. So I'm in a little downtown historic area, so they don't always come into our area like that. Okay. One more shuffle here. Thank you. On the finances, Ace of Wands, call it in. Eight of Pentacles, get to work calling it in. Six of Swords, so you can move on, like move towards something now. Seven of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Empress, Ace of Pentacles. There's the opportunity. You could sabotage this. You could say, I'm not calling in for the money. I knew someone like that once when I was like, all you have to do is call it in. And she was like, that's stupid. I'm not doing that. Okay. You don't have to do this. You have the divine gift of free will. But if there's something here you've been wanting to do or launch or create, but you feel like you don't have the financial resources to do it or attain it or even sustain it once it gets going, I would call it in, because I feel like it does come in. It enables you to work on this new scale, launch this business, expand your current business, whatever is tied here to your life purpose. I feel like it gives you asking for it. I feel like they will give you the financial resources you need to have that creative new endeavor, so you can launch it and you can move forward with your life. But of course, like I said, you can sabotage it and end it right here and now and not even do it, and that's fine. You have the divine gift of free will. Can I get 3 cards here for my Leos where they're having self-esteem or self-worth issues? Can I get 3 cards for that? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have Strength, you have Wheel of Fortune, and you have Knight of Cups. Be gentle with yourself. New cycle of your life. Here you are, Leo. Wheel of Fortune, new cycle. Be gentle with yourself. The love you give to others, make sure you're giving it to yourself as well. And that Knight of Cup energy. I would also say, if you're single, to date yourself. And you can go to my website for that also. I think there's a list there of like 100 dates that you can take yourself out on. So again, thetimeline.tarot.com, click on resources. I think there's like 99 or 100 date ideas, fun things that you can do with yourself. I would start, and for yourself, I would start doing that. Okay. And can we just get 3 cards here for my Leos who need to create and maintain some healthy boundaries with the individuals in their life? 3 cards for my Leos who need to do that. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Sun, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Be strong and independent. You can do this. 8 of Wands. You can do this. You can. That's an odd message to get. You could be strong and you can be courageous with the people that you love. You can still love them, okay? But you certainly can put up these boundaries with people. And how those connections proceed forward will depend on whether or not those people can respect your boundaries. If they can't respect your boundaries, they shouldn't be in your life. It's as plain and simple as that. Or they just get limited access to you. But I feel like this is telling you, like the Sun for me is a card of illumination. It's illuminating that you really need to move forward with creating these boundaries. And then stay solid and sturdy there when people try to cross them. Make sure you defend those boundaries. That's what I have for you for the week ahead. Several messages there. Just take the ones that resonate with you. Make sure you do a new moon in Libra ritual, also found on my website on that page, that resources page there. I would also do a new moon ritual to call in the financial support that you need. Okay. That is what I have for you, Leo. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Hope you're doing well today, provided no other bears want to fall out of the sky, literally. We should have a fairly uninterrupted message for you today. Okay. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out Leo's reading. Okay. Let's see what your angel messages are for the week of October 12th, 2025. Your angel number, my dear, 1111. Make a wish. Make a wish, you beautiful, handsome Virgo. You have the ability now to walk through an 1111 portal. A little bit of a timeline jump here if you want to take it. Tell me more about 1111 here for Virgo. Opportunities are soaring your direction. Doors are being flung wide open. The time is now. This is a call to vibrate at a higher frequency. If you've been feeling defeated or hopeless, your angels are urging you to shift your perspective. Don't be too surprised if you experience some eye-opening epiphanies. Even the smallest changes can make enormous ripples into your future. Tune into abundance in both your mind and your actions. Whenever you see this number, make a wish. Turn your entire being toward achieving that goal, that wish, and watch the universe send you everything you need to make it come true. This number means you are shifting to an abundance mindset. Get your words right, Jen. This is a call to action for you to make your wishes a reality. You are attracting surprising new opportunities, and this is a wonderful time for you to manifest your desires. Your affirmation for the week: I am in the middle of something miraculous. That's a hell of a timeline jump. Do it. The reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. So stop cross-watching their signs. Let them go. Let them go. Make a wish. Call in someone new. I feel like that's a message for someone watching. Those people have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you to the next level. Told you, timeline jump. Those people already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving forward. Greater is coming. Message from your spirit guides: worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case, however. You are worthy and you have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. Yeah, the people that left your life, let them go. Make a wish. Call in the new people. Message from Archangel Michael: step into the spotlight. Card number 30. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time for you to share your wisdom. And your Moonology card here for the week: expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Okay. I would call in whatever it is here that you need. And I'm talking big stuff. I would ask for the big. I would step into the spotlight and this is like a go big or go home moment. And then watch that powerful change come in. We have a new moon in Libra on the 21st. I would call this in. If you go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com, it's free. Click on resources, go to the new moon ritual. I would call this in day before, day of, and day after that new moon in Libra. I would perform a new moon ritual. I know I'll personally be doing one. Tell me more about this here for Virgo. One more shuffle. Thank you. For me, I'm doing financial abundance, but you can call in a person as well, okay? You have 4 swords, Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Some of you either want a long-term, single, independent, stable partner that you can grow with. I would call that in when you're in meditation, when you're contemplating, before you go to bed at night. I would pray for this person. I would also get out of my comfort zone and get out there to meet that person, discover that person. This is you, Queen of Pentacles, whether you are masculine or feminine. So I would look for ways to call this person in. New moon ritual, meditate, contemplate, call them in. That expect powerful change. I feel, oh my God, what you ask for comes in. For most of you, it's a person. You have the 3 of Wands, and you have the Ace of Cups, and you have the Magician. Shut up. You can manifest this in. You can manifest this in. Call in this person. Stop looking at the past person. Are they with someone? Are they happy? Who gives a shit? I hate to curse. I just got demonetized. I always curse in your readings. I don't know what it is. It's the mercurial thing. I'm a Gemini, but I'll blame it on that. Call in this soulmate. Now, for maybe some of you, it's professional nature. You want a job that is stable and reliable and that you can grow with the firm or the company or the corporation. Call it in. If you need an actual person, I would call in the person. I would call in for my soulmate, someone who's single, someone who's reliable, someone who's dependable, someone who is not the past person, someone who did not put you in the 3 of Swords, because that's what precedes the 4 of Swords. Let that person go. Know your worth. You deserve more. Call in the more. Tell me more about this new person. The Ace of Cups is the potential to get to the 10 of Cups. Tell me more about this. Let's get 3 cards for the new person, then we'll get 3 cards for finances, okay? 3 cards for this new person. And look, if you already have a person, you're like, Jen, I don't need another person. I have a person, right? I'm not into polygamy. That's fine. You can then ask for your current relationship to go to next level or to become strengthened. You could ask just for platonic soulmates. Maybe you need some friends, or maybe you need some professional connections. Maybe you need new clients for your job. That's all I'm saying is like, I feel like this is more like a ask for the people, ask for the person kind of reading. But if you want to ask for a job, you can. I would still ask for the person. I would ask for a dependable boss, that type of thing. Okay. I feel like it's a very person orientated reading. So call in the type of person you need. Can I get 3 cards here for this person? One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, 2 of Swords. This is the new moon in Libra. I would, Two of Swords is the astrological placement of the new moon in Libra. I would take the time and be patient to do that new moon ritual on the new moon in Libra. High Priestess, your intuition. I would take the time to do this. Have patience. Sometimes the first time you do a ritual, you might mess up. Don't be hard on yourself. Just do it again or do it right the next day, because you have 3 days here that you could do it, day before, day of, day after. So have some patience with yourself and call this in. Call this person in. I can't believe that the new moon in Libra card came up. And this person is not blindfolded in the deck that I used for you. So call in what it is, the type of person you want to see before you. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. You're going to have to walk away from that person. Stop looking them up. Don't get tarot readings on them. Save your money. They're not worth it. They're not worth it. They're not worth your energy. They're not worth your time. Okay, for those of you doing that, I feel like that's just an extra message. Can I get 3 cards here for finances? For my Virgos that are looking for a new job or calling in some type of financial abundance here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 7 of Swords. Ace of Swords. 9 of Cups. Wow. So some of you, for financial abundance, this isn't just like asking to, can I win the lottery? Ace of Wands. You want it to be sustaining. Okay. This isn't like, let me win $20 on a scratch off ticket. Because you're Virgo and high vibing Virgo is about creating a strategy, I'm taking the 7 of Swords as creating a strategy, because honestly, that is what the card means. We have adapted it into meaning someone's trying to get away with something, but it's someone trying to get away with something because they're executing a strategy. Anyway, I won't go into the original meaning of the card, but there's something here about, I would call in a strategy for long-term financial abundance. I wouldn't just call in for the quick win. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call in for a job, because anyone could get a job and it could end up being a crap job. You know what I mean? I would call in for a job that can go the distance, a job that has growth. Be very strategic and very clear when you're asking for the new job, the type of job you want, the industry you want to be in, the growth potential of the job. You know, I'd like a job that I could be at until I retire. I'd like a job that affords me enough money to be able to go on vacation once a year. Whatever it is, a job that offers great benefits, or maybe a family medical plan because I have children or a spouse. Be very strategic and very open and honest and clear, right? Ace of Swords is clear when you're asking for that wish fulfillment to come in regards to career and finance. That is what I have for you, my dear. Ace of Wands, I'm telling you, that new beginning comes in. It comes in before you know it. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Emperor. And then you have the 8 of Wands. I would call in whatever this is. You are worth it. That last person wasn't. Let them go. Stop wasting time and money on them. Call in the new, because it is here for you. And once you call it in, don't dismiss your manifestation and be like, yeah, sure, this is stupid. I just did this ritual. No, believe. Expect that powerful change, because it is coming in. That is what I have for you, my dear, at this time. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. I do hope that you're doing well today. So sorry. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Your angel number 272, the word on the card is confidence. Some of you might be lacking some confidence because of something that has transpired or something that you're currently going through. Are you living a purpose-driven life? Your angels are urging you to take control of your narrative, meaning the story of your life. Embrace your goals. Dream big. You should never diminish your light for anyone or anything. Here's a side note. Dreams are absolutely essential to a purposeful life, but so are the actions you take to make those dreams come true. Yes, challenges will likely crop up. Yes, fear and doubts are very human, but so are optimism and hope. And this week, you get to decide which one you want. Optimism and hope, or fear and doubt. This number means that you are taking actionable steps toward making your dreams a reality. You are embracing confidence and hope. You are aligning with your true path in this life, and you're tackling challenges with conviction. Your affirmation for the week is, everything is always working out in my favor. Amen to that. Message from the universe. Don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only regret not saying it. Message from your spirit guides. Comfort. How can you bring more comfort into your life? You can increase your comfort through tangible items, such as clothes or bedding or food, and also intangible things, such as the loving thoughts you think about yourself. I think you need to start saying nice things to yourself, Libra. I think maybe some daily affirmations would help you gather your confidence or rebuild your confidence. I want to say rebuild your confidence. So, yeah, in an effort to invite peace into your heart, I think you need to start boosting up your confidence. I don't know what you're going through or what you went through recently, but I feel like your confidence took a hit here. So it's time now for us to like rebuild it. Archangel Michael is with you now. Best card out of the deck. Don't laugh at me. I always ring this bell when this card comes out. Card number 3. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on the situation and I am here helping you. That, for me, I know people just say these are cards, these are decks. For me, it's the most powerful card in the Archangel Michael deck. I would definitely take this as a sign that this is a great week for you to connect with Archangel Michael through thought, meditation, and prayer. Moonology card here for the week. Oh my God, confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Confidence, confidence. What the heck have you gone through, or you're currently going through? Tell me more about this here for Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about this for the week ahead? You could also pray to Archangel Michael to help you rebuild your confidence. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords, Temperance. Archangel Michael, again, is with you right now. 9 of Cups. Holy bonkers. 10 of Cups, the Fool. That's what's waiting for you. Please start praying to him. Please, I'm asking you, like if this were my reading, I would start praying to him for this new beginning that brings you an incredible amount of emotional abundance into your life, okay? And be confident that you are worthy of that and deserving of that, and that it is literally there for your taking. So you either had or have a connection here in your life, professional, platonic, or romantic, that lowered your confidence or is blocking your confidence. So it could be like mean girl energy, where you're interacting with people who are jealous of you and they're making passive aggressive comments towards you. You need to see that person or those people for what they are and put up 7 of Wands, some healthy boundaries with these people. You need to protect yourself from those individuals because your confidence has taken a hit. For others of you, you could have had a partner step out on you, and therefore your confidence took a hit. For others of you, I don't have any pentacles on the table. It's possible you're being untreated fairly at work, or other people are taking the reward or recognition for your efforts, or they're just being rewarded and you feel like you're not. That could also be a hit, right? To your confidence. You go to work every day, you put your best foot forward, and everyone else gets a raise or promotion and you don't, or they get larger raises or promotions than you do. So there's definitely a connection here at play in your life. Some of you need to make the active decision to put up some healthy boundaries with this person or these people. Either way, whether they're in your life or they just left your life for whatever reason, your self-confidence took a big hit here. Tell me more about this 2 of Cups. Tell me more about the 2 of Cups here for my Libras. This could even be like a friend who betrayed you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles. Jesus. Ace of Wands and the Moon. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. Whatever this person did to you, or they're currently doing, because I don't know where you are in the timeline. One, I know eventually this person will be out of your life. They're not meant to stay in your life. You can entertain them for as long as you want, but I don't feel like you're almost being protected from this person. So if they've left your life, I would see it as a blessing in disguise. When they eventually leave your life, if they're still in it, I would see it as a blessing in disguise, okay? So again, I don't know where you are in the timeline, if it just happened or it's currently happening, but this person could have made you feel like you weren't valuable. 5 of Pentacles. Maybe they chose someone over you. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe it's the boss who's not giving you the raises you deserve. It could be friends or family that make arrangements with you, and then they cancel, right? They make plans with you and they cancel. It could be someone that you feel squanders your time. I don't know who this person or these people are, but they don't appreciate you. And whatever they did, I feel like you didn't see it coming. You didn't expect them to do that. You didn't expect them to treat you unfairly. You didn't expect them not to choose you. You didn't expect them to choose someone else. You didn't expect them to not give you the raise. There's a feeling here of, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that hit in that Moon card. So whatever this person did, you sort of didn't see it coming. Okay. And I think that's why it was such a blow to your self-confidence. And same thing with the Eight of Swords. You're blindfolded. You're like, I didn't see this coming. Okay. I would say there's two key messages here that I'm getting. You need to move on or move forward from this person or these people. Three of Wands. I feel like, oh my God, I was going to say what's waiting for you, Emperor, Empress, okay? Better job, better friend, friends who become family members. For some of you, this could be family, or a better love partner, okay? You have Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Fool card here. I would ask for the new beginning. If these people left, let them go. Stop watching, even being a cross watcher and watching readings for their placement is you pulling on their energy. Let them go. That's, a lot of times people say, well, I've done the cord cutting. I don't know why I can't find a new person. Are you watching tarot readings? Are you getting tarot readings done on that person? Because then you're still energetically inquiring on them. Your energy is inquiring on their energy. Therefore, you're keeping the cord attached. So cutting the cord means not only asking Archangel Michael to cut the cord for you, spiritually speaking and energetically speaking, but in the 3D, you have to be a participant of that. And you have to cut the cord as well by not inquiring on that person, talking about them, thinking about them. Obviously, you're going to have to heal over whatever they did to you here, but there's a need here to really let it go. You have a new chapter. This person or these people, they're not meant to be part of your chapter. That's why they had to be removed. And maybe you didn't like how they were removed or how they're currently being removed, but they need to be. They're not part of this. If they were capable of adding to or helping you create the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, it wouldn't have ended like this. Just keep that in mind, okay? So message number 1, let them go and move towards your happiness. Number 2, call in that happiness, whatever it is here that you need, call it into Archangel Michael. We have a new moon in Libra on October 21st. If you go to my website, and it's your sign, by the way, if you go to my website, thetimeline.tarot.com, click on resources, it's free. Scroll down a bit and you'll see the new moon ritual. I would do that the day before, the day of, and the day after that new moon in Libra. Message number 3, I would start speaking kind words to yourself. And don't feel embarrassed or that it's awkward. It's not awkward. Also, on that same page on my website, there's something called daily affirmations. I think there's 99 on that page. You could print them out. You could put them in your phone. You could put them in your Google Calendar. I do them to this day. Every morning I wake up, my phone goes off, and 7 a.m. there's a new affirmation for me to look into the mirror and say to myself. So I just program them into my Google Calendar. 1 second, please. Okay, I'll call him back. But I would definitely do that. Let's see if we can get 3 more cards of advice for you, Libra. But yeah, message number 1, let that person go. Message number 2, put up some healthy boundaries with the people around you. Message number 3, call in the new with that new moon ritual. And I guess it's number 4. So you actually have 4 messages here this week. Start working on your self-confidence by doing those daily affirmations. Any other messages here? 4 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. You have new soulmates on your path. Work on you right now. Just 8 of Pentacles is a card of self-mastery. Work on restabilizing your confidence. Once you do that, the new soulmates will come into your life. You don't have to rush this process. So I would say put up some healthy boundaries, heal from this wound, pray to Archangel Michael for the courage, strength, wisdom, clarity, support, whatever it is that you need during this time. You could also call in the new people if you want that as well, if you're ready for that. And I would definitely do those daily affirmations. I feel like once your confidence is restructured, restabilized, the new people come in. King of Cups, the 2 of Swords, King of Pentacles. I mean, this is beautiful. And 2 of Swords is the moon in Libra. So I would call in these people that are emotionally stable, financially stable, and people that will add to the emotional abundance that you seek in your life, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. That is what I have for you, Libra. Pretty powerful message there. Someone did a number on you, my love, but we can undo what they did, and it all begins this week. So daily affirmations, call in what you need, and let's start working on your self-confidence, okay? That's what I have for you, my dear. If you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Make sure you check out your other placements, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. But if this is where we part for now, I hope you have a fantastic week. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, Mamoon Bebes. Let's see what our angel messages are for the week of October 12th, 2025. 10:10. The word on the card is faith. 10:10. Support is always there for you, from your loved ones and from the very universe itself. When you feel overwhelmed or mired in negativity, this number may make its way to you. Let this gentle reminder sink in. You have the tools you need to see it through, whatever it is. Your comfort zone will always be there when you need it, but you should step outside of it more often. Growth requires movement and bravery, and remember that you are safe and supported. This number means that you are overcoming fears and you're trying new things. You have confidence, bravery, and you are trusting yourself. This is a reminder of your ability to keep going and to step outside of your comfort zone. Your affirmation for the week is I choose courage over fear and peace over perfection. Message from the universe. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow, so it is necessary to experience the difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. There's always light at the end of a dark tunnel. Message from your spirit guides. Give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way that you can give to someone else today. Message from Archangel Michael. The way forward is open. Card number 32. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound, and I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. And your Moonology card here for the week is your commitment is being tested. All right. I think you need to have faith that everything that you have gone through has a purpose. I know we hear tarot readers say that all the time, and we're like, okay, well, enough with the lesson, enough with the purpose. But there is something here about don't lose sight of that truth, okay? Have some faith. Whatever was removed from your life needed to be removed. Whatever obstacle, could be a pattern within you, could be a habit that you had, maybe a negative mindset. For others of you, could be a situation, environment, or connection. Whatever it was that was cleared out or is in the process of being cleared out, it's so your path forward now can be open. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. I also think your commitment to yourself and to your faith, to your spirituality is being tested. Because it's really easy to start smiting God in the universe when things aren't going our way, right? So I think your commitment to your faith and to yourself is being tested. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Nine of Cups. So all roads lead to Rome. You have the Seven of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles, and you have the Six of Pentacles. What is this that you're working on here? Some kind of strategy? We've got Two of Cups, the Chariot, and the Ace of Swords. I feel like for some of you, this is a strategy where you're trying to rebuild yourself after some kind of ending or being in a situation, environment, or connection where you felt stuck. I feel like you are trying to, or at least your message is, try to see the higher purpose of what it was that you went through and why now it's required of you to rebuild yourself. You're going from the 3 to the 6. Okay. So there was a partnership here involved. Two of Cups, the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, and Temperance. Wow, Archangel Michael and the Lovers. And then you have the King of Swords. Two of Cups, the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, Temperance, and the Lovers. Here at the bottom of the deck. You're rebuilding yourself. Or you should be rebuilding yourself. What is Scorpio rebuilding themselves from? What are they rebuilding themselves from? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What are you rebuilding yourselves from? Five of Wands, King of Cups, Five of Cups. Okay. So you had Fool card. So this is a new chapter for you, a new beginning. That'll be different for all of you, how that will resonate. But I'm asking why you need to rebuild yourself. And it looks like there was a change here within a dynamic that you had with another individual. Disagreements, discord, not being on the same page, arguments. You could have felt here rejected by someone, maybe rejected by a job, rejected by a friend, a family member, possibly even a lover. Some of you are still existing in this connection. And I'm not telling you to stay in it or leave it. You have the divine gift of free will. But whether it's currently in your life or it's in the process of exiting or it already exited, this has triggered this. I need to restructure and rebuild myself. And I need to do it in a very careful and methodical and strategic way. So if it is in your life, or it's phasing out, or it already left, it left quite the negative impact on you, enough so that you are rebuilding yourself. And that doesn't always have to be a negative thing. I'm not saying the experience was a negative, it was. But sometimes we need to go through that in order to rebuild ourselves and show up differently now in the world for the next chapter of our life. So that connection triggered for you a growth spurt, a spiritual growth spurt, maybe a physical growth spurt, definitely an emotional growth spurt. For some of you, it taught you that you needed to become more self-reliant, because 6 of Pentacles plus 3 is 9. 9 of Pentacles is most independent card, for me anyway, in the minor arcana portion of tarot. That is, I'm structured, I'm stable, I'm alone but not lonely. I can take care of myself, I can make my own money, I'm solid. And I'm taking care of my short-term as well as my long-term goals. And I feel like that's what you're in the process. You're in the process of doing all of those things right now for yourself. So yeah, it would be a new chapter for you, whether that person stays in your life or not, okay? Tell me about the Hierophant. Tell me about the lesson here. And I think you need to have faith that that person was a trigger for you to do this, because you may not be the Scorpio you are today if that connection in the past or currently didn't play out the way it did. And I know as a Scorpio moon, I can definitely say that. And I thank God that he's in my life and we are stronger today than we ever were before. But I'm not the same person I was when he met me 5 years ago. So everything I went through in that relationship, all the ups and downs and his inconsistency and his failure to commit and, you know, all of that stuff transformed me as a person. And I believe that it has transformed him as well. I think that's why we are where we are today. So there is something here of seeing the benefit of that, as difficult as it is, especially if it triggered you to go within and get out of your comfort zone and maybe do things that you've never done before, or explore different parts of yourself so you can heal and become more grounded. But tell me more about the lesson here. Tell me more about the lesson. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For some of you, the purpose of that person was to teach you how to be happy all by yourself. And I don't mean void or absent of their existence in your life, although maybe for some of you they're not in your life anymore, but because again, 9s are very singular energy. So the 9 of Cups is being able to emotionally fulfill your own cups without needing someone else. Again, it's the feeling of I'm alone but not lonely. Whether I have that person in my life or not, I'm quite capable of being emotionally content on my own. I don't need that person's validation or love to make me whole or make me happy. And I think for some of you, that was the lesson. And for some of you, maybe it was on a financial level, for others of you on an emotional level. So it might have shown for you some type of a trigger there where you were seeking validation outside of yourself. And sometimes that goes back to childhood for some of us, you know, can go back to when we were 3, 6, 9 years old, where we were constantly vying for the attention or affection of a parent or a guardian. And we then roll that over into our adult relationships. That may have been that person's purpose in your life, was to see that you don't, you know, it's nice to have their, you know, this king, it's nice to have his or her, I don't read body parts, it's nice to have their cup, their Ace of Cups, because it adds to the 9 and it makes 10. But even without the cup, you should still be good on your own. For some of you, maybe that was the lesson, because it's possible that you were always trying to get validation from others, from friends, from people at work, colleagues, you know, all of that stuff. And that might have been that person's lesson. So for some of you, it was financial independence. And for others of you, their lesson was to teach you emotional independence. Tell me more about the lesson. One more shuffle. Thank you. Although I think I just figured it out. King of Swords shows themselves again. I mean, you could have been dealing with an Aries. Okay, I said Aries. Maybe it is an Aries for some of you. Could be a Taurus. Could also be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 6 of Cups, there's that soulmate, soul bond connection. This person was supposed to teach you a lesson that goes back to your childhood or back to when you were younger. So again, either financial abundance or, hate to say emotional abundance, but emotional abundance or emotional growth. Ace of Wands, that is the truth. Whenever I say something and I see the Ace of Wands and there's the Tower. Knight of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, that was the lesson. So don't be offended at this. I'm a Scorpio moon and I'm kind of resonating with this message and I'm not offended by it. And if this were my own reading, I wouldn't be offended by it. When I met him, I was 46 years old. I thought I was mature. I thought I was emotionally mature. I wasn't. It wasn't until I went through the past 5 years with him and everything that he's gone through and we've gone through together that I realized that even though I was physically an adult, I was emotionally still a child. 6 of Cups. I was always waiting for someone to give me that cup. I never felt validated enough unless I was validated by others. I was always waiting for someone to give me attention, pat on the back, give me that assurance, give me that love that I did not have in my youth. Or I didn't have the amount of it that a child should have in their youth. And I think that's what he was put in my life to teach me. And that is the lesson that I've learned in the past 5 years. And I think that's why we're in the place that we're in now is I know I'm good whether I have his cup or not. That's a terrible thing to say when you're in love with someone and you're planning to spend the rest of your life with them, but it's true. And that's what he had to teach me. And I think for some of you, this person was a teacher to you, to teach you that you're good on your own, either financially or emotionally, maybe even both. For some of you, it's sexual desire. Again, if it's not your message, don't take it. But for one Scorpio watching, you needed validation that you were sexually attractive, that you made a woman feel good or you made a man feel good, something like that. And that person was also there to teach you something about that as well. Like your sexuality or the worth of your sexuality doesn't hinge on whether or not someone wants you sexually. So there could have been something like that at play also. Like you don't need to go from partner to partner to partner to be sexually validated and or to be made to feel pretty or handsome. So just take those messages how they resonate to you. But I'm asking what the lesson was and what the lesson was, and that was the lesson. So it's either financial independence, emotional independence, maybe even sexual independence as well. Okay. Tell me about that 9 of Cups. Tell me about that 9 of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The card that flipped over was the 10 of Wands. So I think being happy on your own for most of you was a burden. It was a heavy lift. Maybe you didn't know how to be fully happy on your own, being able to do things for yourself or take yourself out to eat or just be able to enjoy experiences in life without having a companion. That might have been that person's reason in your life as well. 9 of Wands, again, another 9, that you can do it alone. Page of Swords, that's what you also needed to learn from this person. And we've got that Page of Cups. So for some of you, there's also something there about you are resilient and that you are able to be emotionally content or emotionally abundant on your own, that it's not a burden to be single or it's not a burden to be without a partner. All the things that you can do with someone, 99.9% of them you can do on your own. And that was, again, that's just the 4th lesson there for those of you that are resonating with that message. So whether this person is still in your life or not, provided you learn the lesson and you can have that faith in knowing, okay, that's why that person was put in my life. And yes, it was maybe a dark period of time because you probably went through a little bit of a dark night of a soul. Then I feel like now it's time for you to give to yourself. It's time for you to give to yourself. The path forward is open here. Your commitment to yourself and your faith is being tested at this time. Anything else Scorpio needs to know about the path forward that is open? Anything else they need to know about the path forward that is open? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 2 of Wands, you're at a wide point. You could stay where you are and not learn the lesson or not try to implement the lesson or work on it. Or you can try to do that and move forward. So you're at a wide point. That's that. The way forward is open now. Something has been revealed to you via that connection, whether it's a pattern within yourself, financial independence, sexual independence, emotional independence. The lesson is there. You can acknowledge it and you can now work on it and move forward, or you can stay where you are and possibly even repeat that cycle. Okay, the Fool, there's your new beginning. So you have a new cycle now in your life. That's twice, I believe, now we've seen the Fool card. So you can repeat the past one, or you can work on the lesson. Either way, the new chapter is here. Star card. There you go. You can heal it on this new path, and the trajectory of your life now will change because now you're a new Scorpio. I think in one of your readings in the past, I said 2.0. This is probably like 5.0. You've had a couple of upgrades in the last year and a half that I read for you, but you're at a wide point. You can just blame that person because they were whatever, narcissist or emotionally unavailable. And maybe all those things are true. but that doesn't mean that you didn't have a soul contract with them for them to show you something within yourself that you needed to heal. A pattern, a habit, a thought process, how to be happy with yourself. And I think the most important thing here, whether it's financial, sexual, emotional, whatever, is that you did not need that validation from someone else. I think that's the main message here. And if you can see that and work on healing it, yeah, you have an entirely new path waiting for you. But, and again, doesn't mean that person wasn't a narcissist or wasn't an SOB or wasn't emotionally unavailable or didn't triangulate you in some way, but you did have a soul contract with that person. The person was supposed to teach you something, and they were a damn good teacher. Star card, once you heal, you're off to wish fulfillment. Tell me more about the wish fulfillment here. Won't all happen this week, but your commitment is being tested to you healing this pattern. Four of Wands, structure, stability, partnership. Seven of Pentacles, the Tower. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. The seeds you plant on this will decide not only not so much if this comes in, but when this comes in. The longer it takes for you to see that and heal it, like really heal it, like really work on it, kind of like what I did and I'm still doing, that's how quick that Four of Wands will come in. From the like, it's on your path, don't get me wrong, but for some of you, it can take up to 7 years for it to come in if you don't heal that wound, because between now and then, you're just going to not move in that direction. You're going to be stuck at the Y point, and therefore you're going to repeat the same pattern or the same cycle and have that kind of codependent need or attachment to someone. But it'll come in a lot faster. That Tower will blow away that 7 years, provided you learn that lesson. And then that stability comes in, because the Four of Wands is the 1111 portal. So you get to choose if you're going to jump this timeline or not. And by jumping the timeline, you sort of obliterate that 7-year period that some of you may be waiting. So I would work on this. This is my reading. I'm going to keep working on this. My commitment is being tested to the Four of Wands. I don't want to wait 7 years for it. So this is, partially my message. I'm going to take it. I hope that you do as well. That is what I have for you, my dear. Five of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Strength card, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You could resist it. You could say, nope, I'm not going to focus on this. La, 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 la. I'm not listening. You're welcome to do that. Or you can have the strength, courage, and perseverance that it's going to take to go inside and do this internal work. But what's waiting for you on the other side is the opportunity, because all aces are opportunities, the opportunity to get to the Ten of Pentacles, which in a love reading is better than the Ten of Cups, because that's a love that lasts a lifetime, not just a fleeting one that soothes some kind of codependent need. Maybe you were chasing the Ace of Cups. You need to be chasing the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups resides within you. Wow, that's a takeaway. That is what I have for you, Scorpio. Make sure you check out your other placements, my dear. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. But if this is where we part for now, I do hope that you have a fantastic week. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. I do hope that you're doing well today. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Angel number 55, shift. Shift or be shifted, my friends. Something is changing. Take a deep breath. This one is all about change. Big shifts are on the horizon, and your angels want you to embrace the change. Change can be a bit jarring. It may not be easy, but it sure as heck won't be boring. You can't always predict how things will turn out, but you can stay flexible. Standing still will get you nowhere. Step forward with confidence. This number means that changes, new beginnings, and a major shift is about to happen in your life. At this time, you could actually be feeling motivated and have a renewed sense of focus. Be versatile and enjoy the present moment. Take a deep breath before making the leap. So something's definitely changing here for you. Your affirmation is, I let go of all excuses for not improving my life. Wow. Message from the universe. If something deep within you tells you that something is not quite right, trust it. Oh, there's something you've got to move on from here. If you're unhappy in your life, change something. It is entirely up to you. Stop making excuses. That's interesting. Didn't that also message say something about excuses? I let go of all excuses for not improving my life. So stop making excuses. You are in control of your own life. Holy Jesus. Message from your spirit guides. Lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening to you right now, and it's not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh or be silly and have some fun. It's important that you do that at this time. So you're undergoing a shift or a change, or one is about to happen. There's something here about you taking that deep breath and doing some things that brighten you up, brighten up your life, brighten up your day. I remember when I was going through a difficult time of the divorce, and someone wrote in a Sagittarius thing, you're always talking about your divorce. If I'm called intuitively to share a message or experience of my life with the querent you who's watching this, I'm doing the reading for you, not for myself, then that's to try to give you an example, a real world example of how I made it through something. So lighten up if you don't like what I'm saying now. So anyway, when I was going through some challenging times, I made it a point to, before I went to bed, I'd lay in bed, people scroll on their phone, and it's really easy when you're scrolling to get into doom scrolling, look at all the negative things happening in the world. And I'm not saying to ignore them, but you shouldn't go to bed to sleep with that being the last thing that you focused on. So I would either watch a comedy or watch some reels on Facebook or some shorts on YouTube about funny comedians. So I would just scroll through some old timers, Sam Kinison, Eddie Murphy, just kind of old school humor, Richard Pryor, just stuff to kind of lighten me up. And because I didn't want to go to bed with the heaviness that I had carried all day. So for some of you, it could be something like that, like don't doom scroll before you go to bed at night. Have no fear, card number 14, is your message from Archangel Michael. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. So some of you are afraid of the shift. You're afraid of the change. You're afraid of something ending. If that's your message, it's especially important for you to do something throughout the day. Either start your day with something that'll put you in a happier mood. Here's another thing I do to this day. To this day, I have a little shower concert in the morning when I take my shower. I'm not sure he likes listening to me sing, but that's what I do. And I'll just put in an artist into YouTube. I think the other day was Megan Trainor. This morning I did Taylor Swift. Pick whatever you want. Don't listen to the sappy songs of theirs, okay? But just put in the artist name and the playlist. I think like a week ago I did like TLC because I wanted to listen to some old school stuff. So you can just do that, and for me it does lighten me up. I feel happier. I'm singing in the shower. Life feels good in that moment, and I seem to then take that energy with me throughout the day. If I wake up in the morning, the first thing I look at is world events, and the world is falling apart at times. We all know that. I'm going to be in a more depressive state. So it does help me to lighten up my mood. So there's something here you could do in the morning, a morning regimen thing, just kind of incorporate, listen to music, sing in the shower, something like that. Don't turn on the news first thing in the morning, or don't watch the news at night. Watch some comedy or something funny. Your Moonology card here for the week is adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So there's something here that you're doing. Now look, the shift and change is real. And that can be scary. Any type of change in your life is scary. Losing your job, learning something new can be scary for some of us. Getting out of our comfort zones can be scary. A connection in our life ending is scary. Financial issues are scary. Whatever it is for you, I'm not trying to minimize it and say it's not real. Obviously, it's real. I understand it. But you kind of have to adjust a little bit. And I think your adjustment here is you have to add a little fun into your life because, like I said, the world's heavy right now. Life in general is heavy right now. And this will always be there to some extent. We're going to have to work through this change, transform it, right? Our lives are transforming at this time, but we can't get so bogged down in the heaviness of that change. Let's see where we're going with this message. Tell me more about this here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I'm loving Taylor's new album. I love Taylor and Love, and that's where I'm at right now. So for me, it's like I like listening to Ophelia and those types of songs. But anyway, Six of Cups, soulmate, soul bond connection. So something here is changing within the dynamic of a soulmate connection that you have in your life, whether that is professional, platonic, or romantic. If the change already happened, stick with this. It's still your message. Everyone's on a different point of the timeline. For some of you, this connection already transformed, changed, or ended. For others of you, you're in the midst of it, okay? Six of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups, the Celestial Weaver, and the Knight of Pentacles. That leaves the Ace of Swords, the Phoenix. Oof, Two of Cups here. You have a new connection. I've been telling you this for a while. You have a new connection. You have a connection here that has grown stuck, stale, stagnant. It's it's on its way out. You can hold on to it for as long as you want or need to. You have the divine gift of free will, but I feel like it's on its way out. Something is shifting or changing. You have a new connection here coming in. You can manifest this. Oh my God, 9 of Cups right behind that. And it'll come in fast. Ace of Swords, the Phoenix, the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Chariot. I mean, this is beautiful new soulmate energy here on path for you. You have the ability here to create it, to manifest it into your life. But I want to look at this as what's changing, because for some of you it just happened, and for others of you, you're in the middle of this. Some of you are trying to hold on to this connection out of fear. Like the 3 of Wands, I don't want to move on. I don't want to get a divorce. I don't want to break up with this person. I don't want to leave this job. But there's something here saying, like, have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. You deserve better than this connection. You deserve better than this job. And there is better out there waiting for you. We just saw that in the cards. We've been seeing that for a while now, a couple of weeks now for the Sagittarius collective. You have someone new on your path, whether that's the new boss, the new friend, you know, the new neighbors, because you may relocate. For others of you, it's a new love interest. But this needs to be closed down. Some of you are hanging on to someone that needs to go. And it could just be energetically holding on. I forgot what sign I was saying to now. It might have been Virgo. Even if this person has left your life, and I've received an email from a Sagittarius recently and said, I don't understand. I've done cord cuttings. I did the cord cutting. That's free on your website, thetimelinetarot.com. By the way, there is free cord cutting there. But I'm still tied to this person. And my response to her was, you did do the cord cutting. I actually did it with you during a live session. However, 2 weeks later, you got another live session with me and you wanted to know about his new relationship. You didn't cut the cord. You cut the cord for 2 weeks and then you reattached it because your energy was tapping into his energy to see, did he miss you? You know, did he regret that he left you? How's he doing with the new relationship? That's still holding on. So for some of you, that person is gone, but even cross-watching a tarot reading or paying I would never pay a tarot reader to know what an ex is doing, but some of you have done that even with me. And I always say, all right, you paid for a half hour. We're going to spend 10 minutes on the ex. Let's focus on you and your path forward, because the ex is an ex for a reason, right? So there's something like that here. Like for some of you, this person's no longer in your life, but you're still kind of being a cross watcher on their readings or literally paying for readings about them. That's keeping you linked to that person. So I just feel like one of you needed to hear that. Maybe the person that I that I responded to, maybe it was one of my clients, I don't know, but someone needed to hear that. Tell me about the 6 of Cups, this connection that is shifting, changing, and leaving. It is leaving your life. I know you're trying to hold on to it or even energetically hold on to it. We got the Knight of Swords. It's leaving fast. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 10 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of that, King of Pentacles. The ending is coming fast. I hate to be the reader to tell you that. By fast, I mean probably by Sagittarius season, by your season. I feel like the connection will become more and more, I don't know, I'm feeling like squeezing. Like you ever have to do occupational therapy and you have like those squeeze balls. There's like some people use them for like stress relievers. That's kind of the image that I'm seeing right now. So it's like it'll get harder and harder and harder to stay in the connection. It's sort of the universe trying to squeeze you out of it, so you decide to move on. For others of you, that's sort of what you experienced, and the connection already came to an end, but you're still getting some readings done on this person. So there is something here about the connection shifting and changing. If you're in it, I don't think you're going to be in it for much longer. It looks like it's coming to an end, either by or during Sagittarius season. You're not going to want to hear this. It needs to come to an end because it's withholding something else, something that's more structured and stable. It's withholding the 10 of Cups. So this could even be the job. It could be a living situation. I don't know what this is for you. It's shifting, it's changing. You're trying to hold on to it, but my nose is now itching, so I feel like the message is on point. It needs to leave your life, at least for now, okay? I'm not saying the person can't come back transformed in the future. You may or may not want them in the future, but for right now, it has to go. So some of you are holding on to it, and this is telling you it's okay to let go. You have the ability to create something even better. And by create, I mean manifest something even better. New job, maybe start your own business here. For others of you, it would be a new person. Can I get 3 more cards on that 6 of Cups? Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you're holding on to. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Ten of Cups, and the Moon card. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. This is someone that you either had a family with or you wanted a family with. This was someone that you were passionate about. This was someone that you were very emotional about. Now, I'm using the phrase was, but for some of you, this person's still in your life. So if this is a job, it's a job you're passionate about and that you love. And you're afraid, right? In the Moon card, there's doubts, fears, and anxieties, insecurities, maybe even about moving on from this. This, at some point, this person, place, or thing to you either was your Ten of Cups and was part of your Ten of Cups, or you hoped and prayed one day that it would become your Ten of Cups. I understand now why you're trying to hold on to it, because you feel like, well, there can't be anything better than this because this was supposed to be everything. This was supposed to be the perfect job or perfect residence, perfect friend, perfect lover. I get it now. The Chariot, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. So, and the World card. So the shift, the ending is coming. And I don't think you want the ending. So some of you, you're either energetically holding on, and for others of you, you're trying to physically hold on to the connection because to you, it was the pinnacle of everything. Okay. I want to see what is shifting and changing, because for some of you, like I said, it ended, but you're still energetically holding on. For others of you, you're still in this connection. Why is Sagittarius still holding on to this connection? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Why are you still holding on to it? Nine of Pentacles. You could be afraid of being, there's your fear. You could be afraid of being single or independent or free of the situation, environment, or connection. Seven of Wands. You're resisting being single and independent. You're really afraid here. Like you don't want to go out on your own. It's a judgment call you made. Like, I can't do it on my own. I can't be an independent business owner. I'm not good enough to find another job, so I have to stay at this job. Even though every day I walk in, there's another cubicle missing, and it looks like any day now they might give me my walking papers. I don't want to even look for another job. It's sort of sticking your head in the sand here. Like, I don't want to go out on my own. I don't want to create my own business. I don't think I'm good enough to find another job. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid of being without this person in my life, if this is a lover. Six of Wands, the Magician, the Page of Swords. Others of you feel that's as good as it's going to get. As bad as it is. That's as good as it's going to get. Maybe it's stuck, it's stagnant, it's stale. But there's a feeling here of like, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve more. I don't know why you would think that. Three of Wands. Source is trying to push you through. I don't know why. Tell me about the Three of Wands. What's the shift here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Nine of Cups. Bottom of deck, Ace of Pentacles. Even though you don't emotionally want to move on from whomever or whatever this is, there is something here about you finding stability absent of this person, either financial or emotional. Some of you are holding on to this person because you're literally afraid of being alone. Like you don't want to go from a two-person income household to being a single income household. For others of you, even though this connection leaves you in the Five of Cups, you feel, well, that's just how relationships get, but that's not how relationships get. Relationships are supposed to continue to grow and bloom and blossom, not detract and get smaller. So something that started off at the Ten of Cups shouldn't leave you in the Five of Cups today. If it does, that's not the connection you're supposed to be in. So I'm asking why you're being made to move forward. There's something here about you could either have a financial codependency on this person or an emotional codependency on this person. I also think for one person watching, you don't realize how much happier you'll be without this person in your life. Or even without this job. Like, I don't think you realize how much happier you would be at the next job. So you have the ability here. Queen of Cups, most intuitive queen in tarot. Celestial Weaver, your deck is the only card deck I use here that has that card. That is you literally weaving the next chapters of your life, like co-creating, where the Magician card is just, I'm asking for what I want. And yes, I have all four aces. And this is like one step. This is one step up. This is a little bit of Virgo energy with that, even though the Magician is Virgo energy. It's like Virgo 2.0 energy or Virgo times 10 energy here, because I'm not just hoping and praying for the one thing I want. I'm creating this long-term strategic goal, and every step of the way, I'm co-creating my life with the divine. And you have the ability to do that. You have the ability to, dare I say, radically transform your life over the course of the next year. It will be vastly different than this. Different connection, different situation, different environment, different everything. You were playing it too small here. I also think that you allowed your love for this person or the love for the job or something like that to hold you back and to leave you in a situation, environment, or connection that was 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. No growth, total stagnation, and not complete emotional fulfillment either. Tell me more about where, actually, I want to get advice for you. What adjustments are needed at this time? What falls out of the deck? 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups. What adjustments are required at this time? Moving away from whomever or whatever this is, so you can move towards that 10 of Cups. Now, it doesn't all happen overnight. You don't leave this person on a Monday and you find this on a Tuesday, because between the 8 and the 10 is the 9. So there is a time period here required, approximately 5 months, where you will be single of this person. You will be independent of this individual. And that's when you have the potential then to meet someone here that, like if this is a love relationship, that's when the 10 of Cups comes in. But the first step here, that adjustment that's required, is walking away from this individual. And this, even if this is work related, you know, there's something here about, well, you have the ability to find another job. You are quite capable. So once you find, you know, but you can't just hope and pray for the job, but not put out any feelers or applications or resumes. You literally have to put in that pentacle effort. But if you do, the new job comes in, and then you're able to walk away from this one. So take the messages how they resonate to you. Person, place, or thing. You were staying in it, or you are staying in it. It's too small for you, my love. Too small. Not enough money, not enough stability, not enough emotional contentment. So if you were moved out of it, see it as a gift. It was a blessing in disguise. If you're currently moving through it, don't be afraid. Don't try to hold on. The adjustment here that's required is you do need to move on. And this is water energy. So you kind of have to go with the flow when it comes to this shift. And I think that 55 card talked about being flexible. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. Yeah. So look for the other job. Look for ways to disconnect from this person. Do you need to find another place where to live? There's something here about you need to create a tangible plan, but you also need to create the path forward for yourself. Again, it's not going to miraculously happen overnight. So if you need another job, Page of Pentacles, you have to go out there and literally look for the other job. If you need to leave this person, but there's a financial component here that's an issue, like, well, I can't leave them. You know, you might be watching this video and going, Jen, I'd love to leave this person, but I don't have the money to do it. Then there's something here that you can learn. Learn how to make money, learn a skill, learn, you know, possibly even getting a second job and reserving that money. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. This is high vibing, creating the strategy, the path, the plan forward, and saying, I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to learn everything I have to learn to you know, move forward on that path, to be able to execute that strategy and to be successful with it. Because if you're able to do that, we've got another 9 here at the bottom of the deck. So if you're able to do that, yeah, it's kind of like all roads here lead to Rome. But I feel like now I'm getting a little further out in the message, and I don't want to do that. For the time being, a connection, a situation, environment, or connection either ended in your life, or it's in the middle of ending. And this is telling you, don't be afraid, let it go. And if it already left, don't stay connected. Don't stay corded to it. And yes, cross-watching, as much as I love the views, because every nickel helps me keep my lights on here and food on my table, don't watch cross-watching readings for that individual. Don't be a cross-watcher, because you're still staying energetically connected. You really have to. It's not only here where it says, like, allow me to use my sort of light to free you. You'll also need to free yourself from that connection if it's a past one, but you're still checking in on them, or inquiring about them when you have a tarot reading. So your first thing here this week, drop the fear, lighten up. Whatever you're going through is difficult. There's an ending here happening, or you're already processing the ending. So I want you, at least for this week, to focus on doing something fun for yourself, or incorporating some fun activity or regimen at the start or end of your day. And then from there forward, learn what you need to learn to move on from this person, place, or thing, because the ending is coming. I hate to be the one to tell you that, but the ending is coming, but it's a necessary ending. And right now you get to plan that ending. You get to create that strategy. So the ending happens on your terms and a new beginning happens on your terms. Typically what happens is when, we're all given that grace period, I feel, to create the exit. And usually when we don't, then the divine comes in with a tower. And everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe the tower happened. But the tower is an act of mercy. It's trying to get you out of something that you time and time again had the opportunity to get out of and you wouldn't. And so the divine steps in and creates a tower, kind of forces you to leave it, gives you almost no choice. And I feel like that potentially is what could happen here. Right now, you have the ability to make the adjustments that are needed, drop the fear, and go with the shift. Be flexible, go with the shift, prepare for the shift, plan the shift. Make sure that the shift occurs in your time, on your doing. Because if you don't do anything, I really do feel like the divine comes in and I hate to use the term blow it up, but because I feel like that's such a violent phrase, I was pausing there thinking of another way how to say it, but that's essentially what it does. It comes in and rips it out of our hands. And at that point, we have no control of the ending. So it's if you know intuitively that you need to find another job, take this message. You need to find another job before you're fired. I'm not saying you're going to be fired this week. I'm just saying. And same thing if this is a connection. If you know you need to leave it, I would start making preparations to leave it. I wouldn't wait for something catastrophic to happen here. I hate to be the reader. Like, I don't like giving those types of readings, but this is definitely a shift or be shifted kind of moment. And if it were my reading and I knew what it was about, I would start making plans for the change ahead. So you're not caught by surprise. That's what I have for you, Saggy. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. I do hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Cappy, I do need a sip of my tea. I'm sorry. I feel like I've been chatting for like 2 hours. I think so. Your angel number. Wow, beautiful. 222, twin flame. Some of you are on the twin flame journey. If you're not, it could just mean a soul bond connection or masculine and feminine energies within you. So let's see where we go with the message. I love that. I'm a Gemini. I think I got that last year around the same time. 222. What an exciting moment. Your angels are urging you to reconnect with your amazing higher self. You will make the right decision. Someone who holds a powerful spiritual connection with you may be seeking out your presence. Some of you have this person in your life. Others of you are about to meet this person. Stay open. Find the lens of clarity and see the truth of an important partnership you may currently be part of. Some people are beacons of light on your life path. Let your soul draw them near. This number is about partnerships, twin flames, and soulmates. There's a milestone. If you're part of the twin flame journey, you're about to hit a milestone in your journey. This is the exchange of karma and energy with your soulmate or your twin, and you're finding clarity now in respect to your journey. Your affirmation is, my higher self is holding my hand. Message from the universe. Choice is the most powerful tool you have. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several new ones, bringing new experiences into our life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. I would call this person in for those of you looking for a divine counterpart. If you have this divine counterpart in your life, there may be something you have to do a little differently here. Let's see. Have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything will be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. Some of you need to have faith that the twin flame connection will come back together again. Or if you are with this person, that your journey will progress forward. Some of you are losing faith in this connection. Don't give up on love. Message from Archangel Michael, card number 9. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Some of you, I'm speaking to two very distinct groups of you. Group number 1, you are single and looking for a divine counterpart. It's time for you to have faith and open up to the possibility of this person entering your life. Don't give up on love just because your past connections entered. For others of you, you're in this connection. You already have this partner, but you're having some issues. If you truly believe that this is your divine counterpart and your soulmate, there's something here about having faith that this connection can be healed. Your Moonology card here for the week. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous Moon. This is by far the best twin flame I don't know how many of you are on the journey, but this is fabulous if you are. Okay. I am on the journey, but I'm not a Capricorn. So it's not my reading. I'm not reading for myself here. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Tell me more about this here for Cappy. We have the Four of Cups. All hope is not lost. Don't give up on love. Okay, got an Ace of Cups here coming in either, coming in from this person. For some of you, they're in your life. For others of you, they're about to enter your life. Four of Cups, the Emperor. You cannot make it up. Knight of Wands. This person's coming in fast. Nine of Cups. Make your wish, darling. Make your wish. King of Pentacles, Five of Cups. You either thought, I'm never going to meet a person like this, or you already have this person in your life and you're like, they're never going to step up and lead. They're about to step up and lead. Okay. Let me keep this here. Some of you are like, all hope is lost. Look, you can't see it. You're blindfolded. Eight of Swords. Here comes the opportunity. Okay. I'm going to have to read this two ways because for some of you, you're single, and for others of you, you're partnered already with this soulmate or this divine counterpart. I'm just going to use the phrase divine counterpart, whether they're a twin flame or a soulmate. Tell me about the Emperor. Could be an Empress. I do not read body parts. Tell me about the Emperor. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I think that was my Emperor that just pulled into the driveway. Sorry. Judgment. Something here is changing in the energy of either a divine masculine or divine feminine. They're about to make a judgment call. Eight of Wands. Within the next 8 days. Two of Pentacles. So this person, I was, oh my God, Empress. And the Lovers and the Magician. If you call this person in, they're coming in. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. If you've called this person in, they're coming in. This is going to be a super specific message. I don't know if it's going to resonate for everyone. If you currently are in connection with this person and you've been having some issues and this person's been going back and forth, maybe they've been juggling you with someone else. That's not everyone's story. For others of you, this person's been very in and out in the connection, or the connection has had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of fluctuation. This, I feel like it's a divine masculine, but again, I don't read body parts. The divine counterpart here is about to go within and make a decision within the next 8 days, and then they're coming towards you. Okay? Don't give up on this person. If you don't know this person and you're interested in meeting a divine counterpart, I would make myself available energetically to this person. I would also call in the divine counterpart with that new moon in Libra on the 21st that we're having. You can go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com. It's free. Click on resources. There's a new moon ritual. I would do it the day before, the day of, and the day after, because Libra is all about partnerships. It is ruled by Venus. So I would call in this love partner. And if you have them in your life, you could call in for them. I mean, I always say don't call in the person themselves, because then you're sort of trying to play and bend with their free will. But you could ask for Archangel Michael to step in and to help this person with the judgment call they need, or to give them the spiritual awakening that they need if you're on that twin flame journey with them. So if you're single, you can call in your divine counterpart. If you already have this person in your life, but there's been some issues, I would ask for this person to receive the clarity and guidance and awakening, spiritual awakening that they need to make this decision, because it looks like it's coming in within the next 8 days. Anything else Capricorn needs to know? So yeah, have faith. Don't give up on love. This connection is about to change, or it's about to enter your life. Anything else they need to know about this counterpart? One more shuffle. Thank you. What else do you need to know? Temperance. Archangel Michael is here for you. 10 of Wands. Page of Cups. There's an apology coming in from this person. So this person is apologizing to you. I don't know what transpired. Maybe there have been some wounds here in the connection. They could be apologizing for a delay. They could be apologizing for that the relationship is so burdensome on you, or oppressive on you, or restrictive on you. They could also, I mean, if there is triangulation here, I don't really see that in the cards, but the Two of Pentacles, maybe this person is juggling you with someone. That's possible with the Four of Cups, Five of Cups. Yeah, that person's got 3 cups there. This person's looking at 3 cups. Okay, again, not everyone's message, but if that's the case, it might be the case for some of you. This person may apologize for the burden that causes, or that they are restrictive in showing their love for you because of that, because their resources are being allocated elsewhere. But I do feel like this is an apology here that's coming in. And this is a spiritual awakening. So this person might wake up one day and not even realize why they have this need to apologize to you. But it's Archangel Michael nudging them here to provide you with this offer, opportunity, or apology. For others of you, they don't know why they're being led to like ask you out on a date or to connect with you. For those of you where this is an entirely new person. So I don't really feel like you have much here to do this week. You're close to achieving your goal with this person or meeting this person. Have faith. Now you have a choice. Choice is a powerful tool. You don't have to accept this person's apology. You don't have to accept their offer to go out on a date. You don't have to accept reconciliation. Or you could. Final messages here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Okay, thank you. Knight of Cups. I'm telling you, justice. There's something karma here is at play. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, the World, and the Seven of Pentacles. You've waited a long time for this. You either waited a long time for this person to come towards you, or you have waited a long time to meet this person. Take it how it resonates to you. But the new chapter, yeah, you've been waiting a long time for this person. They're coming. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords. Excuse me, they're coming. I don't feel like there's anything here for you to do. I'll ask, but is there anything here for Capricorn to do? I think just having faith. Having faith right now, praying to Archangel Michael is really all you need to do. Anything else that you need to do? Five of Swords, Ten of Cups, Nine of Swords. Don't block this blessing by holding on to, like for those of you where you are already in this connection, you could be harboring some animosity for the delay in the connection coming together again, or this person's failure to commit to you. There's something here about like not harboring that resentment or anger towards this person, because it would be a block to the Ten of Cups that you could have with them. For others of you, you have like doubts, fears, insecurities. You have no faith. You may love this person, but you have no faith they're going to do the right thing. You have no faith that they're coming towards you. You need to get rid of that. If I could rip up these cards right now, I would, but I'm not going to. But I just feel like you need to, that's what you need to give up on. Don't give up on love, but you need to give up on that, because the Ten of Cups is coming in. Not much for you to do, except you'll need to regulate your emotions and your thoughts. Like, don't think negatively. Don't feel I'm never going to meet the one, or this person's not coming in. They're coming in more stable than they've ever been, with some kind of apology, or like I said, maybe even an offer to take you out on a date, for those of you where this is a new person. But you're very close to achieving your goal. I almost feel like your commitment is being tested. So I wouldn't give up on this connection. For someone who's on the journey, let me tell you, it's worth it. If you literally are absorbing the lessons, there's some hard freaking lessons that come on this journey, but if you're absorbing the lessons and you're learning them, you're growing and they're growing, it's absolutely worth it. So that's what I have for you, Cappy. Best reading. Today I wish I was a Capricorn. Best reading by far. If you like those messages, they resonated with you. Oh, don't forget to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. But if this is where we part for now, I do hope you have a fantastic week. Now, if you like that message and it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Excuse me, Aquarius. I have been jibber-jabbering for nearly 2 hours now. So, my darling, I hope that you're doing well today. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of October 12th, 2025. Angel number 000, new beginnings. I have not stopped this camera at all. Like, this is how it all was shuffled. New beginning, 000. Actually, I did during Leo for a fraction of a second because a bear fell out of the tree and I wanted to make sure it was okay. True story. You could go back to Leo and watch that. 000, new beginnings. I'm not even sure this card has ever come up in all my time of having this deck. I can't even find it in the book. That's wild. Okay, 000, sorry. Can you feel the potential practically vibrating off of this card? There is so much problem solver energy wrapped in those lovely rings, swirling around and around in ever more powerful loops. This is a number of beginnings, of fresh starts, of a new cycle, of creation. You are aligned with the infinite power of the universe, so dive into something beautiful. Your manifestation powers are at a peak right now. Even when you feel alone, remember that your connection to the infinite is infinite. Right now, you have incredible creative potential. You're on the precipice of a new beginning. Your connection to everything on a spiritual level is growing, and you're inspiring new people. Oh, I'm sorry, inspiring new people, maybe entering your life. Your affirmation for the week is Goddess energy flows to and through me. Message from the universe. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking things you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down the street you've never walked before. Yeah, in your new beginning. Whew, message from your spirit guides. Release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama. And this is the first, excuse me, this is the first step to achieving that goal. I don't want to cough anymore in your reading. Sorry, I'm going to take another sip of my chai tea. I'm all excited for you. I'm also an Aquarius rising, so this is hitting home a little bit for me. So new beginnings. You're headed down a new path. You need to release the past in order to do that, okay? All is in perfect timing. There's your new portal. Card number 1. I'm so nervous for you right now. This is it. It's time to take action now, and I will be here, Archangel Michael speaking, to help you every step of the way. Moonology card here for the week. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. What are y'all doing? My Aquarius collective just shifted on the channel. Releasing something from the past. Lovers, 3 of Swords, the Star. You're leaving something behind to move towards wish fulfillment. Whomever or whatever it is. You energetically have made, I got a whole bunch of spirituals. That means goosebumps, literally head to toe right now. Okay, that's wild. You have made the conscious decision here, Lovers, Queen of Wands, to move in a particular direction. And some of you physically, you're already starting to do it, but I've tapped into a group of you where energetically and internally to you, you're like, yep, I'm leaving A and I'm moving towards B. I'm leaving the job. I'm going this way. I'm leaving this place where I live. I want to go live over there. I'm leaving this person. I want to be single. I'm leaving this person for another person. I'm leaving singlehood to enter a connection. You have already internalized this decision. You've thought about it. You've processed it. You're like, yep, that's the path I'm going on. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. Like I said, small group of you, you're already on that path. Others of you, you just have made the decision. And that was probably the hardest part, right? It was just making that decision. I remember I did that before telling him I wanted a divorce almost a year before saying it. I said to myself, I'm going to give myself a year. If marriage doesn't get better in a year, I'm going to tell him I want a divorce. I got about 9 months in. I was, I'm not even going to wait until the 12-month mark because at that point it was rapidly declining. So yeah, but I had already made that decision. Like, I'm comfortable with the new beginning. I think that's where you're at. Like, you're comfortable now with the new beginning. You've accepted it. That's the path you want to go on. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your new beginning. 4 cups. I feel like this is what you're leaving. A situation, environment, or connection that was emotionally unfulfilling or that you felt rejected by. 4 swords. 2 of cups. This is what you're leaving. 3 of wands. 10 of wands. 5 of cups. Oh, yeah. You've decided to walk away from a partnership in your life. It could be professional, could be platonic, could be romantic. And although moving forward from it won't be easy, like I could be speaking to Aquarius where you're like, yep, I'm going to leave this job. I've promised myself I'm not going to be here by the end of the year. But it might not be that easy for you to find the next job. Like, it won't be the first resume you send out. You know it's going to take some work, but you're like, I'm willing to do the work. Again, you have already internally processed that the departure may not be easy because you're trying to set up the new beginning while you're still in this, whether you're leaving a marriage, you're leaving a job, like whatever it is. You kind of know because you got one foot in the old world and one foot in the new that it's going to come with a little burden, a little heaviness, but you're willing to do it because you know that there's something more out there or something better out there waiting for you. So whatever connection this is, I feel like right now this is all being internalized to you. This is like you going within and you're like, yeah, I want to leave behind whomever, or like I said, whatever it is, could be a job even for some of you. Tell me about the 2 of cups. What is Aquarius leaving? And then we'll see where you're headed. What is Aquarius leaving behind here? Tell me more. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. A situation, environment, or connection that offered you some level of stability. Situation, environment, or connection that you were very generous towards. Situation, environment, or connection that you invested a lot in. A lot of time, a lot of love, maybe even a lot of money. Some of you have the opportunity to stay. Oh, world card. Oh yeah, you're leaving. But some of you could have the opportunity to stay. Like, let's say this is a relationship. If you really wanted to stay and try to have a new beginning with this person, you could. Like, you're deciding not to. But you know that it's on the table. If you really wanted it, you could make it work at work. If you really want to stay in the relationship, you can make it work. You really want to stay in that living environment, you could make it work. You're choosing not to. You're choosing. I always feel bad for the cross watchers when I do these. Like, I get so excited for the sign, but then I feel, I know that there's a cross watcher watching. It's like, that's my person who's about to leave me. So I don't want you to think I'm all like, yeah, leave that person. But I am excited for the Aquarius collective, because cross watcher, if they're being put on a new path to go towards something better, that means this is leaving your life. So you too can be put on a new path, and so you can end up somewhere better. Because if you're honest with yourself, you're probably in the Four of Cups as well. Okay. All right. Where are you headed? Actually, I think you need advice. Some of you need advice now how to tangibly release this. Can we get advice on the release? So take the first step. Save your money. Get a job. Find another job. Look for another place where to live. Like, if it's a divorce, we've seen that in your readings before. Maybe it's time to start meeting with some divorce attorneys and, doing different consultations and finding the one that works best for you. Time to put out your application and see what job opportunities are out there. What do they need to know about the release? Advice on the release. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Yeah, just inquire. Inquire on the best way forward to abandon the situation, environment, or connection. So finding another job, finding a living situation. If it's a financial thing, you're like, Jen, I'd love to leave, but I don't have the money. Look for ways on how you can make the money. Is there another job you can do? Is there a skill you have that you can monetize on the side? If that's your case. And for others of you, Death card, King of Swords. Sometimes when I do the divorce private readings, King of Swords would come up as, I know it's your energy, but in that type of reading, they do come up as like the attorney. So for some of you, this would be inquiring with an attorney at this time. Where are you headed? Actually, tell me about the new beginning, because maybe that'll give you a little energy here to, keep going. Excuse me. Tell me about the new beginning. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The new beginning. Temperance. You have Archangel Michael here guiding you. Beautiful. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Cups. You're moving towards a new soulmate, whether you know them or not. Ready or not, here they come. Within the next year, you have an entirely different life because of this person who's entering your life. So it could be the new boss. Soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. Could be the new boss. Could be the realtor you meet that then helps you find the next place where you're going to live. Could be a new romantic interest. Let me get one card on that soulmate. One card on the soulmate. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower. They come in very quickly. So it's like the moment you start putting out the applications and resumes, you might go on 2, 3, interviews, and then like, boom, you find the person. You leave this person when you're ready to start dating again. Boom, you find the person. Like I said, if that's the realtor, you meet them and it's like instantly you're finding a place that you love and you want to move to. Tell me more about that Tower to the Six of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. For some of you, it's a romantic partner. Eight of Wands. Wow, it comes in fast. The World. It comes in fast. I'm going to be honest. Some of you already have this person. You're going to move forward with them very quickly. While this is destabilizing, while this is ending, while this is in the progress of ending, this will move forward. The energy to move forward with this will gain momentum as you're releasing whomever this is. We saw the World card, so I feel like it's happening simultaneously for some of you. And same thing applies, if you're looking for a job. I don't feel like you're going to quit this job and then be without a job. I feel like you find the job, you secure it, and then you have to give this place notice. So you're going to have this job on the side while you work 2 weeks or whatever your notice is at the current place. But yeah, for a while there, you're going to straddle both worlds. And that is what I have for you. Everything is happening in perfect timing. Release what has to go. You can't stay in this. Doing the same thing over and over again won't yield a different outcome. It's time for the new. The new is here for you. You have that new pathway here. Time to go for it, Aquarius. That's your message for the week. Go for it. Create the plan, create the strategy, and move forward. I feel like everything is aligned for you at this time. Take advantage of that alignment, okay? It doesn't happen too often in our lives, so go for it. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Excuse me. Hello, Pisces. I need another sip of my tea. Hello, Pisces. I hope that you're doing well today. Starting to lose my voice. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of November 12th, 2025. Angel number 303, forgive. You might need to forgive someone, whether they're staying in your life or you're letting them go. For others of you, you may need to forgive yourself, okay? When your inner sanctuary is a mess, it impacts every other part of your life. Prioritize your inner peace. Find a way to clean out those dusty, dark corners within, whether that's meditation, journaling, or talking it out with someone. Air out any old grudges or just let them go. This is a reminder that the past is in the past. It can't be changed. You don't need to live there anymore. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It may not always be easy, but it's always worth it. This number means that you're cultivating your inner peace. You're being intentional in your words and actions. You're healing old wounds, and you're finding forgiveness for yourself and others. And you're letting go of toxic anger or grudges that you may be holding on to. Your affirmation is, I no longer allow old memories to get in the way of my future joys. Message from the universe. If you didn't get something you really want at this time, if you feel stuck or you feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't have come into your life if you were to receive what you're asking for now. Message from your spirit guides. Resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with, it is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. Message from Archangel Michael. Your vibration is rising. Card number 43. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. The only way you can do that is to forgive whomever or whatever this is, as well as yourself. Once you release that toxic energy, then you'll be able to raise your vibration. Moonology card. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Tell me more about this here for Pisces, please. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Cups, the Empress, and Temperance. Bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man, 4 Pentacles, 8 of Wands. You're holding on to something you need to let go of. You're holding on to something you need to let go of. What is Pisces holding on to? I think what you need to see from a different perspective is holding on to that person, place, or thing, or holding on to the grudge, or holding on to the anger is impeding your path forward. What are you holding on to here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune, an old cycle. 2 of Cups, an old partnership. 9 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. 9 of Wands, the Tower. You're holding on to some aspect of a partnership. Even if the partnership is out of your life, if you're still holding on to anger and resentment, you're theoretically still corded, energetically corded. You could do all the cord cuttings you want. But if you still have bitterness or resentment or unfinished business with that person, you're still attached to them. If you're getting cross-watcher readings, watching cross-watcher readings on YouTube, like you're reading for their sign to see what they're up to, you're still corded to them. If you're paying for tarot readings and asking what they're doing and you're still corded to them, you're still energetically attached. And for others of you, this person is still in your life. The connection, whether they're in or out of your life, is no longer stable. Maybe it once was. It no longer is. And and you intuitively know that. I don't feel like I'm telling you anything you don't know. I don't feel like I'm telling you anything you don't know. So let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Death. Let it go. King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. That's the truth. It's time to forgive. It's time to let it go. Not for them, but for you. You've been holding on to this for a long time. And it's, believe it or not, it's affecting your stability. It could also be affecting your ability to even make money. It could also be holding up another soulmate from coming into your life, because I already have you here, whether you're masculine or feminine. I have you as the King/Queen of Cups here. So it could very well be holding up financial resources. It could be holding up a counterpart or just your own stability. It's time to let this go, whatever this is. Raise your vibration and allow the good stuff to come in. I think it all begins with forgiveness. I think that's step one here. That's something you can work on this week, forgiving that entity and forgiving yourself as well. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pisces, for the week ahead. Make sure you check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. But if that's where we part for now, sorry, I stumbled on that. If that's where we part for now, I do hope that you have a fantastic week. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.